It's showtime.
There it is, big bomb. There it is, yeah!
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the Tweed Oil King Podcast. Hosted by Dave Prance and Brad Brooks. It's all Oil Kings all the time. Live from the Super Den. Here's the boys.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to podcast number 12. As your host, as always, Super here, along with my man, Brooksie. Brooksie, how's she going tonight, kid?
Happy holidays to everybody and Happy New Year.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yep, back at her.
Yeah, we're back at her. So the little break there, we've been down for, 2 weeks, I think, Brooksie?
Yeah, somewhere around there, Dave.
Yeah, and we were going to do a podcast last week, but we just couldn't make it happen, so we saved a special one here today. We got we're doing the brass is in the house, for sure, 100%. And we're doing a State of the Union. That's what we're doing today.
Yep.
We're going to tell you, because we're like, where are we now? What we got left? How many games left?
5, I believe.
We're going to talk about that a little bit.
6.
Hang on.
See, that's why we got the brass in the house.
Brass, stay right there. Just boom. Let's introduce them. We'll just get right at her.
No sense beating around the bush, partner.
I'll give you the honors.
Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, we would love to bring to you the assistant GM and the GM. You know him, we know him, the one, the only, Mike Watt and Johnny Desjardins.
Oh. Yeah.
There we go.
How's she going, boys?
How's she going?
Going good. You?
Oh, very good, very good.
Yeah? You have a good Christmas?
Oh, yeah, awesome. Yep,
Yeah.
awesome. Good New Year. It was all good.
What about you, Waddy?
It was great. It was a little different this year. Didn't get to pick my daughter up before Christmas. We had to wait to Boxing Day because of the weather, but
Oh, jeez.
yeah, we made it work.
Yeah, that weather, buddy.
It was something else. Brooksy he had to work.
That was a long Christmas.
Yeah,
Not
he
gonna lie.
had to keep the people up north with some juice. So I mentioned it on a thing that I did online there, a little comment, but I don't want him to go all bashful here. But it's guys like him that sacrifice. He didn't get to have Christmas morning with his kids because he had to go and make sure that people had hydro. So a big shout out to every one of those hydro guys that did that sacrifice and didn't get to have a Christmas morning with their kids.
Yeah,
we appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's kind of
tough, but
Yep. But
Yeah, well, thanks, boys.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to explain it to a 7 and a 9-year-old.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure, right?
When you're going out the door 7 o'clock Christmas morning. But, you know, the one thing that I can say thanks is all the customers, you know, that treat us so well. You know, we were down in the county and all over. And I know all the different hydro crews and stuff like that and how receptive the people were. They knew what we were going through. And, yeah, we made the best of it. But thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. No, for sure.
no, it's a big deal. Appreciate it. And the world is back online here again because the Canadians won the World Juniors. So everything's all right in the world. That's what it
Awesome.
seems like.
Wasn't that fun, boys?
Oh, that was awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, we should talk about that for a minute here.
Yeah.
She'd, you know, sitting back and we were going into this whole thing. You listen to TSN, they were talking about, you know, how this team was going to be the best World Junior team. And I said, whoa. You know, there was a team that had 5 goals scored on it, won every game in, you know, the World Juniors. And we're going to start comparing, making these comparisons.
Yeah.
And the thing of it is everyone forgets it's a tournament.
Yeah. Anything can happen.
Anything can happen. I mean, other than the round robin,
Yeah.
you know, after that, if you make it, it's one game. If you don't win, you're done.
Yeah. And the panic buttons were on after that first game.
Oh,
yeah.
Everybody, oh my God. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
We're so, like the hockey world society wise is so quick to jump on it, right? Like it's the end of the world. You just,
you're right. And they love to
it's
prop
crazy.
the boys up, and then they love to tear them down.
Yeah.
I
Ain't that
don't
the
mean
truth,
everybody,
Johnny?
but they just,
it seems the norm though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We all watch it. We love it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
the true hockey fans, I guess you'd say. But,
You know,
I mean,
don't-
Well, it drives me nuts comparisons they were making, you know, the Connor Bedard, great
Oh, yeah,
hockey
unbelievable
player.
player,
Like,
yeah.
well, what a
Yeah.
tournament! Like,
Awesome.
it's some clutch moments too.
Yeah.
Like big players show up in big games.
Yeah.
And the next thing you know, they're talking about McDavid. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, just let it be Connor
Just-
Bedard.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
they always want
Seriously.
to do that, right?
Yeah. I mean, and that's what sells stuff for them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's.
Wow, that overtime goal that he got, right? I did something like that last Sunday morning, for Christ's sakes. Didn't hear nothing about it.
Twice.
Yeah. And one fan up in the thing just screaming.
I thought you were off the peyote.
Dazzled myself.
They knocked the window right out of the top there, eh?
Yeah.
In the old tweed rink.
Oh,
there.
yeah. Just freaking out.
I think I might have loosened it a couple weeks before that. Pounding on it.
Pounding on it, yeah. You get a little heated. Oh, well.
Yeah.
So far, the other thing I want to touch on before we tie into obviously all things Oil King tonight, boys and girls, because we got the boys here that have some knowledge of what's happening. The Juvies, the Tweed juvenile team,
Yes, sir. Juvie life.
Awesome.
up in Forest, went to the final against Norwood and played for 3 hours, 0-0 until I
overtimes?
think so, fifth
Five.
overtime.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And then they popped one right off a draw there, a young local boy from Sterling, right?
Yeah. Morrison boy.
Oh, Morrison boy, yeah.
Braden Morrison. Yeah.
Yeah. So congratulations to those guys. That's quite an accomplishment, especially at that age, right? Because, they don't get to practice. They just play and all that they've learned throughout their whole career as a minor hockey player.
Kind of
Plus,
like us. We
yeah.
practice.
No, we don't practice. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I want to give a lot of love to those boys.
Oh,
I know
yeah.
the sacrifice and everything it takes, because that's sort of what got me into coaching, was the whole juvenile thing.
Yeah.
And that's how I met Braden and Dustin, who are now playing for the Oil Kings. Well, not met Braden, but Dustin and I became good friends through the juvenile stuff. And it's nice to see Ty Tebow,
Yeah.
who's on that team on the bench, Dylan Elson. And I
Yep.
seen a lot of pictures and stuff up there, and
Rosie.
them in a bar and a couple
they
guitars
they,
out, and all the families. That's what it's all
They
about.
took the bar
right?
over.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
And I heard Larry Whalen and
Yeah,
Tracy
Lane-
were up there strumming on
Yeah.
the strings,
Yeah.
and it's stuff like that when you see. That's memories that that group of guys are going to have, and they're going to be bonded the rest of their life over
100%,
this.
right?
Yeah,
And-
and when you talk about Ty and Dylan and that, they're giving back because
Yeah,
they remember,
Rosie.
right? And they're all working and all that, and Rosie too,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah,
they're
that's
working,
right.
And
Yeah.
they give them back, and that's what you have to have.
Yeah, no
it's
stock in the
great.
game.
Yeah,
They got no
nothing,
kids
right?
on the
Like,
team. and-
Kenny's the only parent on that team.
Yeah.
Really.
Those
Yep.
kids will remember that game for the rest of their life.
Oh,
Five
for
overtime.
sure.
I don't think I've ever played in a game. With
Not
five
like that.
overtimes. Yeah.
No,
Well, to win it
you're
too,
right.
eh,
Especially
Waddy?
nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
like and everybody remembers. I don't want to, not that I don't want to say this, but you'll always remember, those guys on that team, they won. They'll always remember.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
the real diehards, you don't want to lose those games when
No.
you get into that
No.
kind of thing. You just don't. Like
Yeah.
and I mean, yeah, they had great success, and that's good. And I think they probably got a good shot at.
I would think.
Oh, they do, Johnny. It's
Yeah.
one of the best juvie teams I've seen
Yeah.
on the ice, and that's
That's
no
great.
disrespect to
And
any
what
of the
a-
other teams. And
What a
No,
great.
for sure, absolutely.
I was fortunate because they're Zane's age, actually, like
Yep.
the last guys. And I coached a lot of those kids, eh? So, and
Mhm.
I've been on the bench with them a couple times this year. And they're great character boys, too, eh? Like,
Yeah.
and you just want the best for them because
Yep.
they
No,
work
for sure,
hard and
for
they're
sure.
just great kids, right? So I was proud of them and I wanted to tell them that.
yeah, big end goal there.
Yeah.
Something they're going to be able to sit around in a hunt camp 30 years from
Yeah.
now and say,
Yep.
and like
They'll
Waddy
still
said,
remember it.
remember that game?
Yeah, and you can't take it away.
Yeah, they can't.
No.
And that's the thing I told the
Yeah.
2018 boys. They said, if we win her, they can't ever take her from us,
Yeah,
lads.
so-
No, it's true. Like you can't take it away, right? I mean, you were there, you won, and
Yeah, we
That's
still
why-
have a golf tournament, have a barbecue every summer at my place.
Yeah.
Just get all that group together and, remember what we did.
Yeah, and actually, they,
I didn't know Brooksie had an 18-hole golf course in his backyard.
oh yeah, just get swinging, slinging, and
Still
swinging.
does me no good on the course. Johnny's seen that.
Hey, there's another. We'll take them on.
Yeah, sandbagger.
Another sandbagger.
Yeah.
We got them lined up. We got a few to do.
What are
Waddy
you
and
talking
Johnny.
about? Oh yeah, well
Yeah.
we can do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Us
give us
versus
you guys gonna give us five or six
No,
strokes?
we get
No, you and I are even.
we get them.
Oh, well, hopefully Wally brings his putting. 'Cause he can putt and he can chip too.
Uh-oh.
Not that he can't drive, but
Yeah. Putt for
That-
dough,
I
eh?
see him
You
drive.
want
He
it?
does all right.
Drive
He still has
for
his
show,
driver's
putt for
license.
dough.
He's all right.
Who, him? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he can still drive. I seen him
He
drive.
drove here tonight.
Yeah, I seen that.
You really couldn't see a whole lot. It was snowing like
Yeah, a little slick
wildfire.
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was all good.
Yeah, we're here.
So
We're here.
we've had John on. John was our first guest on the podcast, and it is actually still reigning.
Champion.
It's still champion. Yep, still most listens. To up to
Imagine
today.
that.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
right? And we had all those technical difficulties.
Yeah,
and
that
it's
first one,
still
yeah,
rocking
they-
Well,
out.
because we weren't in the den, right? We did it via phone.
yeah,
cell
no, it's
phone,
much
but that's
better when
okay.
you're here.
Oh,
Yeah, I like
it's
it better
awesome.
in the den.
This
Yeah.
is awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
Tara loves
before
this
we
one.
go on, I think that I gotta say before I forget, I wasn't gonna forget, but it's a great job you guys do. It's awesome.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
seriously, like it's
We got our own mugs, bud. Look at
yeah. Oh no, I know it's unbelievable. Like
Thanks, Johnny.
Yeah, no, it's really really good, and I think that a lot of people love it. I haven't heard any bad anything about it. It's great. Like I mean, there's lots of people listening, so it's awesome.
I
Yeah.
love the one with Luke Crawford. It was,
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. Yeah, I actually learned a lot when we had Lou on.
Yeah.
Like, it was pretty cool.
I love shooting the shit. And
Yeah.
this is just great. And you
No,
know, there's
it's
so
good.
many
Well,
great.
Johnny and I were part of that group that went down to Maine to see Ben.
Yeah, we heard that
And,
story.
Oh, yeah.
we still laugh about that
Oh,
trip.
we
like,
still talk about it, and I mean, it's like he's one of the most genuine guys. Like,
Oh,
if
Jesus Christ,
he's
yeah.
not gonna like bullshit you. It's
No.
the way it is. He'll tell you which way it is, and that's how it goes. And
Yeah.
that's all. I
Oh.
can, you know.
we stayed an extra day down there and almost cost him his job.
Yeah, I think that part didn't quite come up, but
No.
yeah, no, that's.
He said, "I gotta go home." Well,
Yeah,
we're not
we
going.
did did stay an extra day, but we just couldn't make it home, and I was supposed to come home because
Things you do when you're young, eh?
I was
Yeah.
working, and I kind of been, like just young lad, and
You weren't married.
yeah, I was
then
on
either, were
I
you?
was on the short list there.
I think we've all
I'll
been
put it
there
to you
at
that
some point. Yeah.
But anyway, it all worked out and was all good, and we had a great time down there with those guys and met lots of neat people, and it's great.
Yeah, it
And
would've
again,
been-
carries on today.
That's right.
John did most of the driving too, so
Oh, that's
that
good.
tells you what kind of shape we were in.
Yeah.
You know what? I might as well tell you that. I'll just tell you one little quick. I thought, okay, so we're leaving. I think we left. It was probably like at 6:00 at night. Anyway, I said, well, I'll take the first shift, and I don't know why I would say that. Like, who would say that?
Yeah.
First shift with these guys.
Yeah. Then
So we get to the border, and I pretty much figured out.
I took the
I'm-
first, second,
Second,
third,
third,
and fourth
fourth.
shift.
Yeah, it was like okay. Yeah, but anyway.
yeah, you pretty much knew that was coming.
I got everybody there
I
safe.
think you
and
drove the
sound.
whole way, didn't you?
I did. And,
How long a drive is it to there?
10,
10,
11 hours, something
Yeah.
like
It's
that, Mike.
at least 10, yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like we didn't leave here in a snowstorm, but once we got across the border, it was snowing pretty heavy. And anyway, and then, of course, the boys are having some pints, and then they start dropping off. And
No.
so there was no cell phones or no GPS and stuff like that. And
Oh, yeah.
and the
Got the
gentleman-
map out.
Get
Yeah,
the
the
payphone.
And then, yeah,
map
the
all
map.
over
And
the
the guy
truck.
that had the map, he wasn't in the front seat.
Ran to
He was
McNally.
behind
Yeah,
me, right?
and he's drunk.
He says, "Yeah, Johnny, don't worry, I'll be able to help you." Next thing you know, you hear the map crumple up. So here I am. Everyone's passed out except me. I'm
Yeah,
driving, right? So
yeah.
I had to wake them up.
Yeah.
And then I said, "Hey, boys, like, getting close here. Where are we going?" And so the two in the back was like the Three Stooges. They're slapping each other. And, Jesus, they're going to get in a
Well, you
fight
gotta-
here.
Certainly.
Mike was in the front.
You have to name them now who was in the
Yeah,
back.
Pete Farrell and Brian Main.
Oh,
So-
Jesus Christ.
Willis and Peggy.
Peggy and Will.
So anyway, I said, okay, this is crazy. I got to stop. So I stopped and get on the phone Louie, and said, Louie, I said, yeah, we're here, but like we're not here. Like where exactly the directions aren't real good. And Banger was never good at giving us directions.
Yeah.
He always said he was, but they were never right. Anyway, Louis says, "Yeah, well, you got to go down here in this street. Where are you?" And he says, he's telling me all these directions. He says, by the way, are you writing this down? I said, no. I don't have a pencil. I've been with these guys for 10 hours. They're all drunk. And then just around the corner of Mainz, he comes around and goes, you need a pencil? And he had a pencil. I don't know where he got the pencil, but anyway, we did end up with Louis, and it was all good. It turned out great. Yeah. But once I got the boys down there, my driving was done until we returned home.
There you go.
Yeah, it was all good.
Well, that's the funniest thing, and I don't know if some of the younger generation, even some of the guys on the team, there was payphones back then.
Yeah.
You had
had
to know where the hell you were going.
Yeah.
There was no GPSs.
No.
There's no 911 numbers.
Yeah.
You know, they went by lot and concession back then.
Yeah. That's right. So like when we stopped a guy, and the guy says, "Well, you're going to South Portland or just Portland?" And then the Massachusetts slang, right? The Boston and. I didn't know.
I go to the ring.
I did not know where and how
we made her though.
Yeah.
Well, we made
her.
it. We made it. And we had a great time.
My favorite part of that
Stories
story
to
is
tell.
when they're at the practice and they're all sitting beside each other, and
The fan
coach
club.
says to Louis, your friends know that they don't have to sit beside each other, right? Like, there's nobody here.
That was funny, but we didn't realize it.
Drunk and leaning into each other.
Yeah.
They're all snuggled up. Watching.
Louis said he had 400 at practices. Well, we knew they didn't have 400
Yeah.
practices, and then there we are. There's 4 of us. There's only 4 guys at the practice.
Yeah, you guys should come. It's a packed house.
Oh yeah, it was just unbelievable.
Yeah, they
EJ
had a
McGuire
laugh
was their
about
coach.
that.
Yeah, no, they all laughed.
Yeah, that's
it was
good.
all good. We still laugh about it.
That's good. So, like I said, we had you on our first podcast, and we learned what we know about you, and the fans learned about you. But Mike, we haven't talked to you, so why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Mr. Watt?
Well, I'm a Belleville boy.
Yeah, we won't hold that against you. It's all right.
I played my junior hockey in Belleville, and I think I played in a few leagues around town after junior. And some friends of mine, Mike Graham, John Masterson, you got to come back to Tweed and play intermediate hockey. All right, well, let's go. And
What age is this, Mike?
What's that?
What age is that? That you came back to Tweed
I think
then?
I would have been around 23.
Yeah.
And
Wayne Harrison too, right?
yeah, Wayne Harrison
Yeah.
played. There's a whole bunch of them. And I met a lot of people in Tweed, and I just loved the hockey. And
Yeah.
I think there's Brighton.
Brighton Camelford, I think.
Yeah, there's a bunch of teams in the league, and we had a ball. Played with a lot of good players back here.
Yeah.
Beach Murphy, Jimmy Gaylord,
Oh,
Jimmy
Beachy.
Boyle. We had a great team.
Mr.
Right
Grimmy.
on.
Got
Those some
along
good
good.
names.
And they also, they met the one and only Johnny Senior.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah?
sir.
Yeah?
And you'll only have to meet him once.
Yeah, you never forget them.
And no matter, even after I finished playing here, I played here for about, 4 or 5 years anyway. And
Yeah.
then at that time, a senior team in Whitby was affiliated with us.
Okay.
And 4 or 5 of us from Tweed went and played some senior games. And Larry Mavity was the player coaching.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
And
I didn't know that.
there's a thing, you could play 4 or 5 games, I think. And
Yeah.
if you played more than 5, then you had to stay there further. So he asked me to stay. All my friends were playing too, but I did end up staying in Whitby
Up in
for the
Whitby.
rest of that year. And we had a good team. There was a lot of traveling. Well,
Yeah.
I'm doing the same as what Kudo and them were doing.
Yeah, yeah.
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 And I mean, we had Thunder Bay was in the league.
Holy
Oh.
Jesus.
So we used to fly to Thunder Bay on like Saturday morning, play Saturday night,
Holy
play
shit.
Sunday. and
That's
then fly on
Slapshot
Sunday
shit.
night.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
Slapshot shit.
Changer le canal.
So,
Mavity was in Slapshot,
so,
I
so,
think.
Dun-
actually.
he was.
so was
he
it the
Indian.
Dunlops?
No, it was the Whitby Iroquois. It was
Iroquois,
after the
okay.
Dunlops.
Yeah.
Whitby Iroquois.
But the guy that played for the Whitby Dunlops, Bobby Addersley,
Yep.
he owned this team. He owned the Whitby.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
There wasn't a lot of fan support for the team back then.
Yep.
I don't know whether it was a right.
Not like in Tweed, eh?
No, Tweed's pretty crazy.
They're
The crowds
rocking.
are coming back, too.
They are.
Hunting's over. We're
Oh,
watching
it feels
hockey.
good
Yeah.
to get in that barn, get
last
all
one.
those Tweed folk and surrounding area in there.
Yeah. So when did you meet this Yahoo?
Well, just
In
when
that
I started
time?
playing back here, and
I was like, I was like
Little.
little, like young lad, right?
Yeah.
And then
He was
they
the guy in the dressing room said, "Hey, could you get me that tape, please?"
Yeah.
And I said,
Beer boy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was.
I was for the Harlow Hawks too,
Yeah,
John.
Because your dad was the
he was the trainer,
Trainer.
general manager,
Yeah.
John Senior, yes,
whatever
sir.
you want to call him,
Yeah.
Psychologist. I don't
Jack
know.
of all trades.
Yeah.
Johnny could, he could do her all.
yeah
But
after I played in Whitby Week, I ended up coming back to Tweed for the good old
Sunday night
Thunder
league
League
or
on
Sunday night.
nights,
Yeah,
and I mean,
that was
that was Harlow Hawks used to
awesome.
kick the shit out of us all
Yeah.
the time, and your
Yeah.
father was on that team, by the way.
yeah.
And the hardest I've ever got hit in hockey, my whole hockey career, was Russell Gray hit me. I don't
Oh,
think I
Chloe.
remember
Oh,
There you go.
geez, yeah.
And
Clean,
talk about
too,
remembering
probably, right?
stuff. I remember that like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, man, he just caught me. I don't know whether I was trying to get around him or something, but he just drilled me.
He lived on the Harlow Road, and that
And
Russell.
He was a big man.
Yeah, he was a
But he was-
lineman in
But he
Tweed.
was a clean guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Like he was.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
He'd hit you hard, and he shot hard too.
Yeah. No,
His shot when it hit the boards, it was just one of those. Some guys is just heavy. It sounds like a cannonball hitting the boards, and he was one of
He
them guys.
reminds me of Corbin Crawford. When guys tried to hit
Yeah.
Corbin Crawford,
Good-
They just bounce right
Yeah,
off.
good,
And Russell Gray was the same way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sort of built the same, like
He was on
stocky,
that
thick
team.
chested.
McEwen was on that Harlow team too, right? From Sterling.
That was later. That
Later?
was
Later?
after.
Yeah.
That was after.
That would have been after.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
would have been
I
after.
just
remember
remember
the-
his hair.
I remember the
McEwen-
Rollins,
helmet.
Larry and Mike and
Yeah.
Brian.
Because
and-
McEwen's kid plays in the juvie team, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He's a good kid too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
Were you a Tweed Leaf, Waddy?
No. I was
Stoke
never
was
a Leaf.
Steelers.
Oh,
Stoke
It's actually
Steelers.
hurting me sitting on this Maple Leaf stuff here.
Yeah,
Yeah, that rag,
If
eh?
I'd have known, I would have brought my Bruin blanket.
I put the throw on the couch, the old Toronto Maple Leaf throw on the couch. Got him a nice little
I gotta get
pillow,
bursitis in
make
my
him all
elbow
nice
from
and
this pillow. I know
comfy.
it right now.
They were giving them away at the beer store this week. First 26 customers got a Leaf
Yeah.
throw pillow.
well, they wouldn't have lasted long in Tweed.
Yeah.
No, everybody's a Leaf fan back here.
Oh yeah, we're all nuts. So you went back to the Cove then too, eh? To Piggies
Yes,
and had some times back there probably.
The Palace.
A long time
The
ago.
Palace.
A couple friends of mine, John Masterson and Dale Bamber, unfortunately, are both gone now.
Mhm.
We rented
Rest
a
in
cottage
peace, boys.
back of the moon for a week. And I think I stayed in Tweed for 10 years. I met a lot of good people back here.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
And my wife at the time, she wanted me to explain this to her, that when we practiced here on Thursday nights in Tweed, we would get home about 4 in the morning.
Yeah,
When I practiced in Whitby, which is 90 miles away,
Yeah.
we were home by midnight.
yeah.
And she says, "You're going to have to
How
explain
does that
something to me."
happen? Well,
Like
we
this-
were doing drills,
I'm
dry
not
land.
getting this. And I said, "I know more people in Tweed than I do Whitby."
Oh, we practice hard, honey.
dry land.
I tried to tell her the practice didn't get over to 1 in the morning.
Oh, that was
There's-
crazy back in the day
there's
when we
something
didn't
about-
even have to. Yeah, like I'd come out of that rink, the sun was
Sun's
down.
coming up.
They're
I
coming
know,
up.
Thursday night
Yeah.
skates with Patty
picked my-
Cassidy.
I picked my truck up so many times
the
the next day because you could walk from.
I think you had your own parking
Yeah.
spot at the rink too. Right?
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. It was
Yeah.
the Red Rocket.
Yeah.
Right? So you just
Well,
walk.
I think at
Turn-
one time
Yeah.
Robert Thurston had a key to the rink, and
Oh, yeah.
Larry Jones ran, and
Yeah.
we just pile all the beer cans in there or bottles, and we just leave them clean.
and then
Yeah.
you walk from there to the Tweedsmere.
Yeah.
Yeah, stagger.
Yeah. Daisy come over and you guys coming over. Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll be right there, brother.
Yeah, there's something about that bar and them rafters, and when you get the people in it, it just
Yes.
changes. You
Yeah.
could be, kicked in the nuts before you come in them doors. And
Yeah, I don't know how many
just-
people were at that game in the Empire game. There was quite a that was a
Wow.
pile though.
I'd say
Yep.
well over 4.
I'd say
I would
too.
think, yeah.
I think so
Yeah.
too, and I think it's. It's great to see
Yeah.
lots of people, and unfortunately, because I get wound up when I'm watching the games. There's people that I know
really?
that
I know it.
no, but I'd love to
cares?
talk to the people
Yeah.
that are coming. There's some people that I know really well that
Yeah.
oh, I was at the game. I don't get to see them, but anyway, it's awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
that's when I know there was a lot of people there on Saturday because, a friend of mine, Ryan Brook, was doing the 50-50 at the
Yeah.
front with the
Yeah, it
minor
was
hockey.
big.
Was that his two young lads who were going 50-50? You
Yeah.
were on the bench, but
That was
They-
funny.
my wife said, "Oh, they were hustling and they were good, and they were cornering people.
What was
They're
it,
getting people
50-50,
going up the
400?
stairs.
400 and
Four
change, but
something.
it's awesome. Like it's
Yeah.
I mean,
And what he was telling me was the guys were sitting around the table on Monday morning. We all come in. They're like, well, how'd the club do, Brooksie? I said, well, we did lose 3-2. But, like we talked later that night, Johnny, I wasn't upset with the loss.
Oh, no.
No, not at
I
all.
don't think anybody was, really, to be honest with you. I mean, we want to win. I mean, I'll say it. We should have won.
We
We
had lots of chances.
And I don't mean chances from inside the blue line. We had point blank chances, and not saying anything bad about our players. It was just we ran into a hot goalie. And speaking of that, now I don't know if this guy was pulling my chain, but of course, being the GM, I know all the GMs and all the
meetings and the top.
No, and then all the guys on the teams. So anyway, we had a little screw up with the sweaters, and so anyway, after the game, Adrian from
Moise,
Moines, he sent me a text, sorry about the sweaters and this and that, and I said, yeah, no problem, whatever. And anyway, I said, good game. Your goalie stood in his head, and basically he said, well, kind of about time, because he hasn't had a really good year. And I'm thinking, what a time for him to stand.
Yeah, really, right?
Yeah.
And how many times has that happened?
Desjardins did it.
We were talking
Desjardins
about coming
did
up here. And what's the other one?
I'm not worried.
Was it?
Was it at home?
Oh, the cornball game? No.
Was it? And it doesn't matter.
Well, we had 45 shots on net.
Yeah, and so what are you supposed to do? Like you win, you lose. I mean, the boys tried, and it's just the way it goes. So,
So we were talking around the table in the morning, and I said we'd lost, and Ryan was like, "Oh, I was there," and one of the guys like, "I was there." He's like, "Shit, I didn't see you." And that's when I knew we had a lot of people in the barn.
Oh, right. Yeah, it was.
When those little things just triggered to me saying, "Oh, there was a lot of people." If you didn't get to shake hands and kiss babies with everybody,
yeah.
No, it's good for it's good for everybody, I think, that lives there, and I think there's not just people coming from there. I see Rodney Rollins from Maidnock.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they're all around.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they're coming from everywhere, and
Yep.
which is good for I think that's the thing with senior A hockey. I mean, in the bigger centers, I don't know if you get the support from fans, but we have Tweed, we have Desjardins, we have North Dundas. North Dundas has kind of got the same rink that we do, same
mentality,
farming community kind of deal, and it's and I'm not saying any. I'm not going to go through every team, but I mean I think it's pretty good. Smiths Falls has good followings, and I mean I think the league's in good shape.
I do too, Johnny, and
I really think it is.
I think a big thing, too, that I have to give some credit to is the players and the way they've took those kids in, and what that does when I say to Murray, like, they're lined up now after every game. There's like 15 of them, and I'm like, guys, like. But Murray's like, get them in here, Brooksie.
Yep.
Yeah, they
10
don't
minutes
hesitate.
after they're getting on,
No,
and
they
my
don't.
son and their friends, they talk about that
They
all
remember
week.
that stuff.
And the other thing too, which I think comes with that is say maybe a kid that's at the game that maybe doesn't play hockey, that maybe sees it and think, maybe I want to participate in that. I want to try that.
I'm coaching one this year, Johnny, because of this last year.
Yeah, and I think
Colton Villeneuve.
Yep, it's I think it's awesome.
Yeah.
And anybody that thinks it's and I love seeing it. Like, it's just
Johnny, our numbers in minor hockey at my son's age group, there's now 3 teams at his age. That's the U11. That's the group of kids that are looking up to these guys like they're NHL players.
Yeah.
I got 4 first-time hockey players on Benny's hockey team this year.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's really
and that
special.
has a lot to do with what you guys have built and what the players have done.
And
on Saturday at the game, though, Johnny and I were standing together, and Matt Loveys was there. And how many kids come up to him and ask for autographs?
Yeah, that's awesome.
Kevin Ayers was there.
And Kevin Ayers was sitting out, and he wasn't even dressed, and they were
had to be 10 kids,
and it was like it was nonstop. To be honest with you, and I mean that's what they see, the little kids, right? They're sponges, right? So they.
Oh, geez, let's be honest. Like when you're watching a game as a big kid, right? It's exciting.
Yeah.
It's fast. Mm-hmm. It's physical. It's the
first
goals
thing Jim Gaylord texted me.
Like,
that's quick hockey, Brooksie.
Yeah, like it's unbelievable.
Good to see him in the barn Saturday.
If you're a kid, half the, like the size. You're looking up at that. That is something, and that is something that's right in your backyard.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like that's how awesome it is, and people don't appreciate
Thanks,
that.
municipality.
Yeah.
Thanks, Rochelle, to everybody that brought
That's the
this,
best part of it
Johnny.
all.
Oh, absolutely.
Thanks to every
Rochelle,
Johnny.
Rochelle for sure.
Yeah, she does a lot of work.
And she does a lot to bring and the council, previous and existing. But the thing of it is I think it's affordable.
Yeah.
It's entertaining.
Good point.
And I think there's more pros than really any cons with it. I think it's just awesome. That,
Well, I was thinking
and the players.
Our demographic, right? Like, or demographic. Fuck. That's the right word.
You nailed that, Biz.
So not bad, eh? If you think about it, like you
want to buy a vowel?
Yeah, I'll take. Can I buy a E?
He's got the Webster's thesaurus beside him.
You've got Tweed, Madoc, Marmora. You could go up as high as like it wouldn't be out of the realm of possibilities to think that you would drive from Gilmore or you would drive from Bancroft to watch a hockey game
There's
like that.
people from Cloyne, Riley Musso,
Cloyne.
Only Lifton, yes sir.
To come and watch a quality hockey game for what? $10? Is it $10 for a ticket?
$10.
Like,
That's for an adult. And I mean,
and I have a friend of mine that I played junior hockey with in Belleville, and I've probably seen him in the last 40 years.
Yeah.
I've probably seen him 5 times. He hasn't missed a game this year.
Yeah, see,
that's
awesome.
He loves it.
Yep.
And I'm seeing more and more people from Belleville.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to say. I was thinking about this the other day was it's only 25 minutes from Belleville to Tweed to watch a friggin' hockey game like that.
Well, when I seen the parking too.
Do you like hockey?
When you seen the parking at the rink Saturday and they're going down the side streets.
Yeah.
She's packed, boys.
No, and it's I mean, it kind of it's not any one person that it's kind of collective and I think that's why I think it's good, but like I want to say, like the players.
Oh, they're
it's awesome. And I mean, and that's we can probably maybe touch on that a little bit later, or we can do it now. It doesn't matter because we do have a huge roster, and it's like I didn't know I was going to become a juggler at 56 years old. And you're you want to make sure. I guess I'm old enough now to know that it doesn't matter what you do, you're not going to please everybody.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
that's the hardest part.
You have guys that they just want to play and they want to be part of it, and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Like really, it's. I think. I mean, like I don't know what else to say about it. It's just. It's tough. It's tough when you can't play. We can only dress 20 players, 2 goalies, and 18 guys, and we got.
It's a harsh reality. Everyone can't play.
32 guys in the roster, but I always go back and I always look at that picture. I still have it from my dad when they won the All Ontario, and there's a picture of the team after they won the All Ontario, and there's the guys in the jerseys and stuff like that. But then there's the guys on the top of the boards. They got their coats on and they got this and that. But there's like 5 or 6 of them. They're in the picture.
Yeah.
And they played. You're darn right there.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And they were part of the team.
Yeah.
And
great.
That's where you are.
Yeah.
I've played on a lot of hockey teams over my hockey career, and this is probably the tightest group I've ever seen.
Oh my, yeah, they're so.
And that makes a big difference in that room.
Wow.
I haven't heard any bitching or anything.
It's a joy to be around them, isn't it?
Supportive of each other.
Yeah, they're a great bunch of guys.
Yeah, it's like assembled a great bunch, like with character and just commitment to want to play, want to win.
And that says something about the game, guys.
Yeah.
And it says something about the guys that are around, these men since they've been young.
Yeah.
They've had good mentors. You can see, and they're becoming themselves good mentors. Look at what they're doing with the youth in our community.
Yeah.
It's that old pay it forward stuff. And like Lou says, get and give something out of hockey.
Yeah. And the way they acknowledge people when they talk to them, like the kids and any person that approaches them, they're just so open. They take the time to talk to them and stuff like that. And
they're awesome. Like the guys that
I can't wait to get to Saturday to see them again. You know what I mean? I just want to be around them.
For sure. And I want to say one other thing. Like it's not Johnny Desjardins, I got this guy. How this kind of works, everybody, so everyone knows is, you know this guy, and I know that guy, and I might have a guy that might want to play, and this and that.
They've all got good hockey players that are friends, right, Johnny?
And from where it started last year, where you guys know we went through this when you had me on the podcast at the start. Didn't really actually think we're going to make it.
Yeah. Scrambling.
And look at the roster from the start of that year into what we ended with and how it had to evolve, correct?
Yes, for sure. I mean, and then we got different players, and we got.
That's still at the end of the day, it's a pretty good problem to have.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But you know, Johnny, something I want you to explain to the general public, because everyone asks me, "Why'd you roster 32? Why is 32 on the team, Brooksie?"
Well,
I said, "Go on the road, boys."
Yeah.
And that's the biggest thing, like, you know, and we have a combination of guys who are obviously have young families.
That's right.
Yeah.
We have guys that
give back to their community and coach
give back
too.
To coach,
That's right.
Yeah,
but it's just not a problem with our club too.
No,
it's league wide.
100%.
And we've seen it in tweet. Teams come here with light rosters, and it's unfortunately it's the way it is.
But we have the kind of guys, the kind of character where it's a thing like I think it was Rhino. I think like last month or something. He had to go to something. I forget what it was. It might have been a wedding.
Well, no.
What was it?
He it killed him, right?
Oh my God! Yeah, he says to me, Dave, you're live streaming the game, right? I gotta watch it, man.
He's never probably watched one.
Yeah. He's like, it's killing me to watch it, but I gotta watch it.
Probably sitting there.
America's young lad.
Yeah.
And so after we talked after the game, so it was when we were in South Stormont.
That's right.
And he couldn't come, and he just couldn't come.
Yeah.
I'll put it to that.
Yeah.
And it was the family deal and then all that stuff. But anyway, he says, Merrick was going, why are you moving around? Why are you jumping around? Because we were down 4-0.
Yeah,
right?
we came back.
Yeah.
And that says something about the character of this hockey club.
That's what I'm getting
You
at.
want to bring up Glengarry?
Yeah.
Don't forget that one.
The first win of the year.
It's a highlight.
Oh, I guess it was, eh?
Yeah, it was our first win of the year. Our third game.
So, and those, and I don't.
That's the kind of guys we got, though.
So Stormont.
Yeah.
That's right.
There's no packing it in on this hockey club.
No, there's nobody packing nothing in.
No. And Johnny, that's the whole thing on Saturday. I totally believed we were coming back.
Oh, me too.
I did.
There
didn't
was
even
no
hesitate.
thought in my mind that we were going to come back and win. Like, there's no negativity on that bench.
No.
Fly runs a good ship.
Well, you know what? It's goes without saying. I mean, he's
His
obviously he's friend of us all, and we all know him, and he's great, and it's just he's a calm, cool cat, and
he's calm on the
He knows his shit too,
and he's just I don't know, like, how can I say it? I'm glad he's coaching our team, like, in the sense I'm glad he's helping and all that stuff, but he probably could coach.
Truth be told, he probably shouldn't be coaching here.
Yeah, and he probably, and I mean, he's a humble guy, but I mean,
he never say this.
No, and and that's toot Fly.
Yes. Fuck you. Oh, we're never gonna say this again, Fly. So take her in, brother.
I won't miss that big buck next year, Fly.
We're gonna make him stand beside Johnny for the whole game.
Oh Jesus!
He'll never get suspended again.
No.
I learned lots from him, and I know the players respect the shit out of him.
Yeah, I know it's and you know what, and no
thing.
disrespect to anybody that's been there with all that stuff, but he's
Different.
He's a calm, cool guy.
Yeah.
And you know what? And he's no nonsense, but he knows his shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
He does. He does.
And
I like the way he delivers
players all the time. He's evaluated. Like, he doesn't miss anything on the ice.
No.
We're sort of a yin and yang because he is so calm, cool. Where I'm hard on my sleeve, what you see is what I try to pump you up. That's my thing, get you going. Where Fly's just ice.
So what do you compare? Like, how do you compare yourself to Einstein?
Oh, Einstein?
Tomcat. Can't forget about him.
Oh, that is old Blue Eyes. We're missing him tonight.
Old Blue Eyes. Yeah. Oh yeah, we were hoping he was coming, but he's working afternoons.
I just want to know if Fly's getting bench penalties this year.
Oh, you had to bring that up, Waddy. My blood pressure's going. Jeepers.
Didn't your dad or your mom or your wife say?
My wife, my father. I had 3, and all I was scared about was Fly saying, "What's this bench miner?" But he never brought it up. Thanks, Fly. But I confessed to him before the preacher.
So we can tell now. I wasn't on the bench because I was standing in the corner with.
You're gonna throw Blue Eyes under the bus.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he'd throw you under the bus in a bit.
Unbelievable. You hear that? I wouldn't do that to you, Tommy.
Yeah, well, he's still trying to figure out how to listen to the podcast.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Michelle helps him out.
Yeah, Michelle, I got to get on that. Like Michelle, poor old Blue Eyes. He's getting bounced tonight.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to give it back to us twice as hard as we're giving it right now.
Oh yeah, for sure. So how did it work? Tommy was talking to the guy, right? The referee.
Yeah.
And
so I'm on the bench, and the referee had made a couple questionable calls, and Tommy was right up there on the door. I was standing back, and he was giving his 2 cents there, and I was finally once, and I'm not saying I'm good by any means, but I was behaving myself. And Tommy let him know that was a horrible call, but then when he turned his back, he might have let him know how we really thought.
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, he gets away with that, JJ. I've never seen a guy be able to say something, so close to the line of the referee, and they just, it almost stuns them where they don't know what to do.
Because he says it in a way that, you're thinking, did that guy... What did he say?
Yeah.
They're not really, it's not like you blatantly say F off or, you know what I mean?
He's smarter than that.
Oh, yeah.
But so with him, he watches the game in a different, how can I say it to you? He has a different take on it.
Yeah. I like his take.
And I've known him forever, right?
Yeah.
The guy is...
He's always watching face-offs. He's a little things guy.
Oh, yeah.
He'd be like, oh, we got beat on face-offs sort of thing. But,
he's a centerman, so...
Yeah, he was. And,
he can't skate backwards, and he only turned one way, and he led the league in scoring when I played Junior C with him 2 years in a row, and the guy was amazing, and it's just unbelievable.
Yeah.
And in old timers, he's an absolute legend because the more pops he has, the better he gets. He's the only one I've ever seen do it.
I don't
me neither.
have a
My
clue.
old man's talked about it. He says he's invincible.
It doesn't make any sense.
No.
So without throwing him way under the bus,
He's already under.
this is actually a compliment to him. So when we first started going to play in Marmara with your dad, we were 35, 36, and because we didn't play until we were old enough to play old timers, and so we played a few tournaments, and so your dad used to pick us up, and he'd pick the boys up on Thursday nights. We go.
He loved it.
We did too, right? But anyway, so we played in a tournament or whatever, and then finally one day he says, "Johnny, I gotta talk to you. I gotta ask you something." I said, "What's that?" "Well, I'm not sure how he has that many beer." And still is probably the best player in the ice.
Yeah.
I said to him, you know what they call that, Brooksie? Practice. And we can't figure it out. But anyway,
no, he's superhuman, and
he just has a different. He just has a different look on the way things go on the ice, and a good look.
Yeah. It's a refreshing take, because I look at things one way.
Yeah.
Fly looks at things. Waddy, you. We all look at things just a little different. We all got the same hockey knowledge, and we all see the big things. But there's
just the little things.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he's one of a kind, that guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You don't find two of him.
Yeah, but then when he said that the ref, and then they gave the bench miner, and I'm sitting there going, "Are you?"
He pretended he wasn't even in
there. He's like, he goes, "What'd you say, Brad?" I'm like, "I didn't say nothing, Tommy."
He's grabbing somebody.
No, he just snickers. So then we don't even get halfway home on the bus. I'm getting texts. "What'd you get a bench miner for?" My wife.
Because it comes up in the box score, right?
Yeah, that's right. And I'm like, all I'm thinking about, Fly was at the camp, right? And I'm just thinking, oh shit, I gotta tell Dad.
Yeah, it flies. There's no at the camp. There's no cell
Reception,
service.
yeah.
There was
Yeah.
a lot of shit talking going on at that game. That's the one where the crowd was yipping at players by their real
bro.
name.
And they were heckling you,
yeah,
right?
yeah, big time. Because we were coming back.
Yeah, and Shelly, he had we had the breakaway. Zach
Should have been over.
Yeah.
What an
and then-
awesome human.
Yeah.
no,
Shelley and-
I mean, we just.
We had two good, glorious chances
Yeah.
to win that
That
game.
was-
Oh,
Shelley
Zach,
had
I thought it
great-
scored.
Shelly,
Yeah.
Zach.
But
yeah.
Dave come back from 4-0
Oh.
down. Those boys that showed up there.
You could have heard a
night,
pin
awesome.
drop in there.
That shows the heart of this hockey
Oh,
club.
yeah.
And that's
no,
why I'm.
no, for sure.
When
That-
the money rounds come, Johnny, we're gonna be there.
Yeah, that
Oh, no,
game
for sure.
and the Glengarry game were my two favorite ones.
too.
from
The
all year.
Glengarry
so
one
far.
was good.
That was
Yeah.
awesome. Start the bus!
Yeah, Johnny
Start
just
the
going
bus.
down the hallway.
That was the most lively
You got that
bus trip.
picture of me going out.
Oh, it's online, buddy. We
Yeah,
got
I
the
know.
video out
Like,
there.
it seemed like we were home in an hour. And it
Yeah.
had to be
Yeah,
3
we didn't
hours.
wanna
It
leave
was
that
just-
night.
Yeah, it was
I
just-
thought I was going to get killed that night in that crowd. It was a big crowd, too.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
stuck right dab in the middle of them.
That's true for sure. And
It's
they
crazy.
they have a good team.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they
We're
do.
talking so Stormont, right?
No, I was
No,
saying
Glengarry.
Glengarry
Yeah,
game. They were
okay.
good, too, though.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, they had North Dundas the other night, Johnny. What was it? 3-2 going to the third. Never. Yeah, then the
Well, they scored
Wheels fell
6
off.
straight or something like that.
Yeah.
9-3.
That's
I think
okay.
it ended.
Yeah.
They can. It's all good. They,
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna see them at the
they have a
end.
good team.
That's the team to
Oh,
beat.
for sure.
Well,
We
and
just gotta
Gan.
So do
get
we.
out of the West, and we'll be fine.
Yeah.
We
On
some,
that,
we
yep.
got some work to do, and we'll be fine.
Okay, Knockway this Saturday.
What's the big game?
Couple
Yeah.
big games with those guys right there. Yeah.
Yeah, we're like, so what is the points thing going on here? So we're
We're tied for second
we're tied for second,
We're
Three-way.
3 points behind Gan.
with a game in hand.
3 points behind. Yeah, Gan.
So if we beat Gan this weekend, if we do,
Yeah,
Yep.
and play them back on the Sunday,
yeah. Who knows?
you never know.
Yeah, you know, that's something I'm gonna bring up, and you know, that's another testament to Fly was. For the last couple of weeks, I've sort of been obsessed with. I want first place because I want the home ice advantage. I want as many home games as I can from the municipality. I want this to make money. I want, I just want this to succeed, which it is.
Mhm.
But Fly goes to me, he goes, "You really want a first round bye, Brooksie?"
Yeah.
And I've been there before. And you're sitting, we've all been sitting there and waiting for the.
You could wait 2 weeks.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
way this is going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then that first game, no matter how good a hockey club you are,
Yeah.
halfway
You could be
through the
asleep.
first year, god darn right,
Yeah.
Johnny.
Yeah.
Halfway through the first, and it could be too late by then. You're down one game in a best of 3 or best of 5.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm on the fence
So
on
true.
that. Getting a buy or
Yeah.
not getting a buy. I don't know.
Yeah. Fly,
Why don't we?
Fly
John,
can
why-
talk me off the
so-
cliff.
Let's John explain
So,
what's going to
yeah,
happen with the playoffs.
So just so we know
yeah,
what we're talking about, in
let
the
our
sense
listener
of,
know.
I mean, the first and second place teams, in each division, they receive a bye, East and West, and then, the third place team will play the sixth place team,
Yeah.
and the fourth place team will play the fifth place team in a wild card game. So the
Okay.
bottom two teams, the fifth and sixth place teams, they have to win 2 games in that wild card. The third and fourth only has to win 1. And the reason why they did that, or we did that, or agreed on it, was that teams that are out of the playoffs, because last year was the top 4 that made the playoffs.
Yeah,
That's right.
And so
and you knew at a certain point
And
before
you-
the season.
Well, we
ended.
had one
That's right.
series, and then
what you end up having is you got the fifth and sixth place team,
yeah.
and not taking nothing away from them. They're just, the guys aren't going to come.
No, they're showing up with no,
Like if it
With
was,
no
say,
players.
Arnprior had to come here at the and they're
Yeah.
out of the playoffs. They're
Yeah.
not, half the guys aren't going to come. So.
no.
yeah, it's a good point. Yeah. I
So-
never thought of that.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's why we
So you don't have a skeleton crew at the end of the year.
Yeah.
right. So everybody's got a chance, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then they
You just got to get in the dance. LA
That's
Kings.
all you got to do.
8
You
seed.
got to get in
Yeah.
the dance, and I mean the Oil Kings that we were talking about coming.
Yeah, we did. We were
The
talking
Oilers
about
the last time they made it the NHL final, they
Fernando Pisani,
and-
Dwayne
and
Rollison.
they were not. They just slid in, and then
Slid,
they ended up to the finals. They lost to Carolina. We all know that, but it's
Chris
so.
Pronger.
So I think that's why I said to you about the league's in really good shape. I think everyone's general managers and owners and whatever
Yeah.
it is I won't say general manager, just owner. Everybody's on the same page in the respect of keeping the league good and
Johnny, the league's
honest.
gotten better.
Oh
yeah, and I think it has.
Oh, no
Yeah.
doubt.
I had somebody ask me, wow, the other day. Well, you're not as don't have as many wins. I said the league's gotten better, and I
Yeah.
said, to repeat what we did last year, everyone's gotten better. And,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not making excuses. We have a really good team,
Yeah.
really good bunch of guys, but
Yep.
you know what? You're not going to win every game.
No, not in this league. And
I mean, North Dundas has won every game, but
yeah. We've said it right from day one. We don't beat around the bush on the pod.
Yeah.
They're the measuring
That's
stick,
the team.
Johnny.
yeah,
Yeah,
be-
that's because that's it's second place is like kissing your sister. No thanks.
yeah,
We don't want it.
that's right.
So it's win or bust. So that's what you
right.
got to measure yourself with the best, right?
Yeah, and if you played any type of sports, it doesn't matter. Like if you get there, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. When you get
Get a
into a
hot
series. Well, we know that already. We've
Yeah.
run into 2 hot goalies across
Yeah.
games.
Yeah, anything
Credit
can
to them.
happen. They can call goals back on you. They're winning the net. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
We've
know?
seen that.
Yeah, we've
lately.
seen that too.
I don't mean to be an idiot.
No, but that's the
Respect.
truth.
But
Facts
then,
are facts.
Anything can happen.
We were thinking about what the other team, the Desirano goaltender. That's the one that he beat us one
That's
game too.
yeah,
Yeah.
he
What did
did.
we have? Like 65 shots.
Yeah.
on or
Yeah.
something
He
like
was
that?
he
Yeah.
stood on his head.
Guybers or
And-
Gisbers or whatever.
Yeah,
his name is.
something like
He was
that. He's
awesome.
done it a couple times, eh? Like
Yeah.
he's a lights out goaltender, that's for sure.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But
And that's all it takes.
Something I worry about, and something I tell them goal scorers is just worry when you're not getting chances.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as you're getting chances,
Chances.
Yeah.
they're gonna come. Like Doe, he's gonna go on a spree and he's gonna get 10
Is-
points in 2 games.
Oh.
Isn't he something else?
Did you see
The
that?
pass to
What?
Kudo.
Oh,
No, just the speed to
Did
get
you
to
see
that
the pass
puck.
to Kudo
A
though?
40-year-old man to
Yeah.
kick the Jets on like that. I said that's
It was awesome.
that's not
that whole play was awesome. I
Yeah.
had it on video, but it's too far away. I can't zoom in on it to cut it out right. But it was awesome when I watched it. I was like, oh, is he? Yeah.
And he
Now
did.
he's gonna.
oh
Oh,
yeah.
nice goal.
And
Yeah.
he wouldn't like. That's not his
No.
repertoire. Like we're talking about him. Like he
No,
is
you don't
awesome.
like
He's a
that.
great guy and
most
I mean,
modest
he
man.
coaches the U14s or whatever it is we were talking
Triple
about.
A, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And,
I don't-
They're lucky to have him.
Yeah.
Or
and so does Mitch Purdy. That
Yeah.
helps with
Yeah.
the team. The little number 9 we
he
have.
moves like Doe.
Oh,
He's
They're-
a younger version of
Oh,
Doe, I think.
yeah.
Well, let me tell you one thing about Doe, and I don't care if he knows it. They have lots of stats on this website. We were talking to Mitchy Gagne about the guy who
Face off.
runs
Oh.
runs it, and
I know where
lots of
you're going.
stats, but he is 100%, in my opinion. I've watched a lot of these games. Is probably the best draw man in the league. Man,
Oh, yeah.
by
He's one
far.
of the best
Who
hockey
Doe?
players
Doe.
I've ever
Oh,
seen.
100%.
Oh yeah.
He's one of the best hockey players I've ever seen,
Yeah.
hand down.
Very
And
smart. Very smart.
he's just a great guy.
Oh,
If you don't
Awesome.
have your stick on the ice, there was one
You already
forward,
beat-
I forget who he was out in front, and I'm just he hit him in the skate out in front of the net from a possible angle where
Mhm.
you didn't think Doe was going to get a puck to anybody. Hits the guy right in the skate.
Yeah.
I'm like, have your stick on the ice.
Yeah.
The guy
So-
will find you.
he'll put it in off your stick. If you want.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And
Yeah.
he snake bit last week, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and you don't
Rare.
browbeat or bring it. But there's what I'm talking about: getting players.
Yeah,
He come via Murray. Murray knew him. And,
yeah.
Mhm.
and unbelievable. Thanks, Murray. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
no, seriously.
No,
like,
for sure.
Yeah.
That's what you were
Awesome.
talking about earlier. When it's not like Johnny's out there running the streets looking for players. These guys are coming.
What's
to
your
him
email
because
like anymore,
they're playing with
Johnny?
those
It's
guys.
still heavy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And you know what
People
it
are
is?
coming to him now,
Yeah.
Dave.
They're sending emails and
It is beautiful.
yeah, it's just.
As he rolls his eyes, yeah.
Yeah.
The amount of work this guy does,
Yeah.
folks.
But it's that's part of it. And
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you guys. Honestly, it's more than what I thought.
Yeah.
There you go.
But I mean, you know what? I got yeah. And
Like
no,
I said, it's a good problem to have.
it is. It's definitely a good problem to have. I mean, and word travels.
Yeah.
You don't have to advertise.
And we said,
What a game Shazi had.
Yeah.
yeah, hey, he was.
Oh, I like
He
that.
was everyone talking.
You know what?
He
Is he
did the little things. That's what I
How's
liked
that-
about him.
How's that guy? What's that guy? What was it? What's the actor's name? Al Pacino. Is that his name?
What?
Al Pacino?
I don't know. You're
No,
telling
but
the story.
Is that his name? Al Pacino?
Al Pacino, the
actor?
guy that was like
Yeah, he's
in
an actor.
Scarface.
As he would say, he's just warming up. He's good.
Is he going
yeah.
Saturday?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
see
shut
here. I don't know if you're
He
listening
went
to
in
this,
front of
but
the net, hard areas. It's
Yeah.
anything for the.
Yeah.
You can tell.
I
He'll
gotta
pay
talk
the
to him.
price for the puck. I
I
like
haven't
the
even
guy.
spoke to the guy yet.
Him and Greer.
I haven't spoke to him. I gotta
and
talk
I
to
gotta
him.
tell
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell everybody. Like,
I'll talk to him on
So
Saturday.
Greersy, like,
Talk about the boys, John.
yeah. Worked on him last year, and it just it didn't work out, and on the play, and to be honest with you, I don't really exactly know what happened, but anyway, Greersy sent me a text, and then we kind of got back and forth, and and this and that. And
Well,
next thing you know-
how we got on to Greersy a little bit.
Yeah,
was-
actually, yeah.
Yeah.
This
on
is good.
Remembrance Day, Johnny and I went to the Cenotaph in Bell, and we were standing there, and I know Evan's dad,
Barry.
Barry, and he's standing right behind us. And I said to Johnny, that's Greersy's father right there. And the next thing, Mr. Shy here.
Oh yeah.
The Shy called.
Yeah, the GM, he's pounding the pavement. Hey, how you doing?
How you
Hey,
doing? Shaking
we
hands.
Wheels are in motion.
Just let me cut in there because I always go if I'm home. My old man was a World War II vet, so
Yeah.
we always go to the
Yeah.
to the cenotaph.
Darn
So
right.
yeah, so then I get talking to Barry. And,
Next thing
well,
you know, the wheels
next
are
thing you know,
going.
next thing you know, I don't know if Barry talked to Evan or not, but it doesn't matter. They're there and
Great guys.
Yeah.
great
A week
guys.
later, we met them up at your house, him and Sean.
Yeah, they
and
come to
signed
the
them both
house
that
and-
night.
That's
Come
when
on.
you know guys want to play hockey, when they're
That's
coming
right.
to you, sitting
Yeah.
at the kitchen
Come
table.
right to the
and
house,
say,
and
yeah.
big dining room table that my brother built, made
Yeah,
out of
right.
my cherry from our house back in Tweed. But yeah, no,
They're
it's,
definitely great additions to the squad. That's for sure.
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's and they're like I consider, well, the local guys, not just Tweed.
Yeah.
We're all local, right?
Oh,
and then
yeah.
and then you have your guys that come a long way. Like,
Yeah.
like
Shelly.
Webby, Shelley, Reinhold,
Right.
Kudo,
Desi,
uh,
Yeah.
Ned,
Well,
what's his name?
Williamson,
Yeah, Williamson, but oh God,
Adrian Wilson.
Not forgetting him,
Jonesy?
no, the other guy, 25. Isn't that awful?
25.
I don't know numbers.
Yes, you do.
hang on.
Isn't that awful?
You're having a brain fart because you're
I
thinking
am.
too
I can't
hard.
think of 25.
Just like the Al Pacino thing.
Normie.
Normie.
Oh, Normie.
Yeah,
Oh,
Normie.
shit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, what a
Great.
team
And that-
player.
And that
Love
guy is
him.
that guy is the
My son loves him.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
awesome.
And you know what? He's the ultimate team
Oh yeah,
player.
Guy.
yeah.
He is.
Yeah.
You don't find any better guys than him.
No.
Yep,
You just don't.
yep. Anything the club needs, eh?
Anything.
George, there's
Oh,
another
no,
guy.
No, I know, but
Yep.
I'm just.
Yeah,
But it
Normie.
was just kind of.
In
Yeah,
the general
George,
area
oh,
of
George,
color.
for
Oh, yeah.
sure. I mean, everybody. I'm just
Yeah.
like but it's
We've got so many guys, that, they're
they come a long way.
It's unbelievable,
Some guys, it's yeah. I mean, and it's funny how it goes and it works out, and we have a great bunch of people.
Yeah.
Not the players obviously, and then the group that we have surrounding us, coaches, and Dave. It kind of took a thing on it.
Oh,
it
man.
did. It took it
ahead of
took
its
a-
own,
Yeah.
eh?
Good
Yeah,
thing.
it did. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
Dave, you want to come? Well, he played music, and next thing you know, you got Cito in the box, and I got my buddy Selby, and you
Yeah.
know, like,
Oh, and then the town pissed me off. I said, I'm starting a booster club.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is never going to work.
This
Yeah.
Well,
is
she's working, boys.
no, that's working.
This is, and then we start.
And we're all getting together.
Yeah,
That's the thing I like.
Yeah,
for sure.
we're all hanging out. We're
And
doing this
speaking of
right
getting
here.
together-
We're doing this right
Like,
here.
no, seriously, honestly,
Yeah,
I want to
shoot.
ask you guys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So-
I'll be honest.
3 years
I
ago,
won't.
well,
I
I
might
know
lie.
COVID was heavy duty, but let's take COVID out of the situation
yeah.
and say pre-COVID. You think all of us would have been sitting here on microphones
I
talking
don't know.
about tweed
No.
oil king.
I don't
No.
know.
Not a chance.
No.
Like not a chance.
No.
And that's,
No.
I think it's just it's amazing.
It's
I
took
do-
on a life of its own.
This
Yeah.
town,
It
that's
really has. It
Yeah,
has.
it has.
well, what Waddy talked about, and you know what Johnny talked about, those
Yeah.
intermediate teams, and then that Sunday night blood and guts. This town has always had a thirst
Oh,
for
yeah.
Yeah.
good men's full body hockey.
They have.
Yeah,
You're right.
And if you're chicken shit, we didn't want you.
Yeah.
That's Sunday night league.
That's
There was
my
always
own-
lots of
I
people in
still-
that rink.
There's some
Sunday
good
night.
hockey players that never played the Sunday night league because they didn't want that evil.
I know we see it.
You had to be a man to play hockey in Tweed.
I
boy.
know we see it and we're around it, but I still can't get over it. When I take a look back, so after the game Saturday, I had to go to Napanee for Eli to play a game.
Yep.
And on the drive over, I was thinking to myself, like, this is starting to become like second nature to go into town,
Yeah.
right? Like this, which is 5 minutes from my house, and watch a hockey game that is about the best quality that you're going to see.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just becoming the norm, right? Which
Yeah.
is kind of weird. And then to put it in perspective, like you said, I
at the
posted a
last-
video of Rhino's goal
Yeah.
online. There's over between Facebook and Instagram and TikTok, it got, I think it's 6,500 views
6,500 views.
of a little town in
Who
Tweed,
would ever guess that?
guy scoring a goal.
Yeah.
It's insane.
It's awesome. Like it's
Yeah.
and-
It's great to
and
be a
It's
part of.
talked at the hydro table on Monday
Yeah,
morning.
it's
It's,
nuts.
talked about by Larry Charlton
It's
and the
nuts.
boys when I go in to get a coffee at Tim Hortons.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
Yep.
nuts.
it's it's great.
and you know, like I say, it took a life of its own, I guess. And I mean, when I did say I'd do the job,
Yeah.
I had no.
Did you
idea.
anticipate?
No, there was no. I never.
Johnny, not a lot of
No.
GMs put the work in and the
No, but
time
I'm not-
and everything
I'm not-
that you do to make our hockey club as good as it had. It look what we got now.
No, it's
But what I'm saying
Thanks,
is,
Peckerhead.
yeah, no, but I never envisioned it to go
No.
the way.
And thanks,
I mean,
Waddy.
It's awesome. Like it's,
Yeah.
it's. I think it's.
the way that it's
No,
it's
but what you
going.
just said, Brooksie, a lot of people think that or don't understand how much work he does
No.
for this. Like, and he said this many times. If I had a full time job, I couldn't do this.
No,
No
way.
shit.
And Johnny and I are both lucky that we're both retired, so we do have the time. But it is like it every day, and we talk almost every day. Eh?
Yeah.
We
Really.
do.
Pretty much every day.
Yeah.
So, we're talking.
Gives you
this
two
and that,
two
but
old
it's
farts
still
something to
time.
do.
Well, me and Fly,
That too,
what
it does.
comes from you two, me and Fly know what comes from you two.
Yeah.
Like, you put the work in. We're gonna coach the hockey club. You're getting us the pieces.
Yeah.
We know the
And-
structure, and we're thankful.
And that's the thing, right?
'Cause
Like,
I got
so-
a young family.
Yeah, that's right. So you can't do both. There's no
I couldn't
coach
do
and
what you
GM
do, buddy.
bullshit. There's just
No.
I can get the players, do all the logistics. We can do all that. Mike
You and
I know
Waddy
all
are
that
Yeah.
stuff.
always.
And then you got the boys on the bench, and it's
Yeah.
and I think it works really well.
Yeah.
And I think that
I was
That-
saying something to somebody the other day that was like involved at one point, but like this whole team, really, when you think about it, is also done by committee. Like the guys, like so myself has some input when we're at a
Right.
game. When we're away on the road, people don't realize this, so we're in a separate room, and then we'll all kind of come together and kind of talk about what's happening
Yep.
because these guys are grown men. They know how to play the game, but they don't see everything, right? So then we just sort of put them like we say what we saw, and then
Yeah.
Brooksy and Fly. Well, Fly will do it. Go back and
Yeah,
put them
Fly's
back on the
so
right
smart.
track.
Like if you think
And
you're
they
gonna
do
yell
it.
at some, guy that's given up his time on a Saturday
Yeah, that ain't
night,
gonna happen.
like
That's not the way to approach it.
No, you can't. And he's
No.
smart enough, and he's got
But-
them all on board. I'm on board.
But my point
Love it.
is, like
Love
when it's all done by committee like that, you share the whole process, and it just with the guys that we have, it's amazing. Like how it all
and we've
just
kind of
works.
adapted this a little bit this year. As Johnny will send out the bench app on Monday.
Mhm.
We know who's available, and
Yep.
several times we've met at Fly's house on Wednesday night. And
Yep.
he knows the players that are available, and we'll talk about different players for the lineup for that Saturday. And
And there's so
Everybody's on the
much.
same page
Yeah.
by the time we leave that grass.
You're right, Waddy, and there's so much that goes into it when, guys aren't in the lineup. Well, this guy's got to get his games in.
Yeah.
Like, there might be things behind the scenes that guys aren't seeing, Johnny,
that's
that you
something
and
we have
Waddy
to-
are
we
thinking
have to
about.
look at all the
Yeah,
time.
and bringing to our attention, right?
Especially when we're almost done, right? Like
Yeah,
this
we got
regular
5
season.
games left. You got to get
Yeah.
5
And
in,
what's the
5
what
to
is it?
play.
5?
You gotta have
Yeah.
5 in. Yeah,
That's
and
right.
we got 6 games left, but we gotta get 5 in.
Yeah.
So
And a roster deadline coming up too.
yeah, February
February
1st.
1st.
February 1st.
They changed it. They moved it, and we had a Zoom meeting. But anyway,
Mhm.
it was which was probably better having it February 1st than
Like earlier.
than January 12th. Yeah,
Yeah.
like in respect to like it's senior A hockey. Right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, because that would have been tomorrow.
right.
Yeah.
And,
Correct.
And so what? I don't know. Like,
Yeah, and that's like with the idea that you've only got 5 games left, right? So
Right,
what
so
you've
if
got
you-
now is what you got. You ain't picking anybody up because they wouldn't get their games in anyway.
right. And if you
That's right.
and it's up to you if you only have 3 games left. And
Yeah.
You got a guy that might get you to where you want to go. You sign him, but he can't play in the playoffs.
Right.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean,
And that burns a card on the roster.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
right.
and that's a juggling act all
Yeah.
as itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Oh, I've seen it. Yeah, people have no idea what goes into this. And
Like
No.
like last year, we ended up with 1 goalie. We had one guy got suspended, one
Yeah.
guy fell off a roof, the other guy blew a groin. Goaltenders, like,
Yeah.
you know,
There, in my opinion, you need to have, I don't know, to compete in this because you don't know what's going to happen. You need 3 strong goaltenders or 3.
Yeah.
You know, if you can get 3,
We got
that'd
'em.
be the ideal number, right?
We got 'em.
Because look what happened. Like, whatever, we lost our number 1.
Yeah.
And that was a problem.
well, we got the utmost faith in Webby and Lovey.
I
yeah.
wouldn't be afraid to put either. Like that. That's the other good thing in their
Yeah.
goaltenders. I wouldn't be afraid to play whichever one wants to play. Like,
New.
and there's teams looking for goalies.
yeah, and we've got 2 top-notch
And we
guys you
got,
can count
Dylan
on.
Morrison.
And we got another guy coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
there you
hey,
go.
let's
There's
talk
your
about
3.
that.
Right.
But that's what you need, though.
Yeah.
Because let's be honest, you could get sick.
Oh,
You could get
That's-
hurt at work.
yeah.
You could get,
you could get anything.
you could win the lottery and say, "Fuck you guys, I'm going to build a house." in
Bora,
Jamaica."
Bora.
I love you.
Bora,
I love
Bora,
you, but
Bora,
I don't love you
Bora.
that much.
Balls are slapping down the sunny south.
I'm out.
Can you get kicked off a podcast?
No. That's the best thing, Waddy. You can say whatever you want.
Okay, here's the other thing that we've decided between. I can't even breathe right now, but we decided between me and Brooksie, our demographic, okay, on this podcast. I mean, we have 1 listener.
Landon Musso listens, but Landon and his brother Bentley promised me they're not going to use this language.
Okay, and that's the other thing. So
You gotta have
I've
more
looked
people
at the
than that.
numbers.
Young kids we're talking.
Oh,
I've looked
okay.
at the numbers, and when I do, because I get a lot of analytics back from off of Spotify.
Yeah, we're getting over 1,000
and
listens.
Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and our age demographic, it's on the other side of 18. So we've decided that we're just gonna
I've let a few fly tonight.
we're gonna do whatever
Yeah.
we want.
Yeah, you
'cause
guys-
we don't have too many little kids listening.
No.
You
and if
know
you do,
what?
you just earmuff it.
Well, and you have to know. Like I tell my
Yeah.
son, you got to be old enough to use the word.
Yeah.
You got to know how to use her.
I saw Slapshot when I was like 11.
I watched it with him at Christmas this year. I think I done it too soon, but he loved the Hansons.
So Dave,
Yeah.
like, and saying that, like, so I know my wife will listen to this.
Yeah,
podcast.
mine too. Not too
So
much.
We love you,
no,
Lisa.
but hear me out. So I like to swear, right? I like to use the F word.
Mhm.
So
No.
I haven't used an F bomb yet tonight.
No.
You've got more professional dealing with the public.
No, but so I could long time ago. They Lisa's sister
Yeah.
and her husband. They asked me to be the MC at the
Oh,
at their
Jesus.
wedding. Can you imagine me
Oh,
being an
Jesus.
MC? Anyway, they're more worried about me swearing.
Yeah.
I never had. I didn't even at least even say shit. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Not one hiccup,
Then
eh?
I got through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I can, like, I like to say fuck and all that. But
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you
I-
doubled
see,
it
I
up.
did-
Yeah,
Dirty bastard.
Well, you hear us in the room and
No, I
think
hear
that we
you.
could pull this off without, yeah.
We've been really good.
No, you guys have been good, really good. The
I enjoy it.
It's awesome.
It's hard.
They're awesome.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good.
great. No.
But where were we? I got lost there for a second.
So we were
knew
into
we were going off
the
the rails.
playoffs. We were into to how the playoffs were going to go down.
Yeah.
And we were talking about our goaltending.
Goaltending.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's where we got lost.
So
See,
so we
I
do
got
have
Young Morris,
I
good
got
job,
we
Brooksie.
might, rather than doing it on like, well, we're gonna do it anyway. But
Yep.
yeah, Evan Morrison.
Yeah.
Breaking
Yeah.
news.
He's breaking news. He's on the team. He's gonna be playing or not playing, but he'll be backing up on Saturday night.
And Gan?
Yes.
Cool.
And he's
And his-
He comes from good stock.
He's a local boy, and
Is his brother the one that just scored the goal for the
yes.
Juvies then?
Yeah,
Little
So
brother?
we got a connection.
Nice.
Isn't that awesome?
That's awesome.
And his father and mother, I know, are phenomenal. Tavis and Angeline Morris.
Tavis is
Yep.
a good hockey
Yeah,
player.
Tavis was a great hockey player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
he's
was
not
played
bad.
for the senior
Yeah.
team in Belleville when they
Yeah, the
had
McFarlands.
He's good.
when they had the Max in the league.
Yeah, I worked with him. What a beauty.
I think
Yeah.
I played against him when Tweed had a traveling team in that league. There's
Yeah.
a Sterling.
It'd be
League or
great
whatever.
having him in the barn, Johnny.
He's pretty sick.
Tavis is a class act.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And hopefully his mother, Angeline, she loves to come to the hockey too.
that's
It's a great
good.
thing.
I mean, that's good. We Mike and I talked to the young lad there, and he's back home, and he's a young lad, and he knows the boys, the Crothers, and stuff like that. We're not rocking the boat. We're just
He's a young man.
He's a young guy. And,
Could play hockey for this club for a lot of years, right?
And
And that's
rest-
the other thing you need to
the
talk
rest-
to the public about, Johnny, is just, why you make a signing like this is not about today.
yeah. So you
Yeah.
got him. You got him. I mean, next year, and he knows lots of young guys too that are from the area that who knows what they're going to end up doing after they're done playing their collegiate career and all that kind of
Mhm.
stuff. I mean, and that's
Well, he played in the old.
he
He's
played
got
in the
good
old. Yeah, no,
connections.
he's no, for sure. He's a great kid. He's
He has to be. His parents.
yeah, no, he's a good kid. We talked to him, and awesome, and I think that like you can't. I mean, you don't have, the point where you don't have practices and all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
But he's into it, and he knows some guys that are on the team, and no disrespect to anybody in the sense
No,
of
I agree.
goaltending is
No,
great.
heck no.
They know.
No,
we
no.
ran it by everybody. It's all good, and
Yeah, this was discussed before you broke this.
no, and we have to. I mean, for me, it's win today, but for me also doing what I'm doing is
Yeah.
next year too.
That's right,
Yeah.
Johnny. And that's
just
what the
have to-
public needs to understand when
You
they
just
see.
have to kind of understand that people.
That's
don't-
right.
I mean, if I'm going to do this next year, and which
I'll stay
Well-
around as long as you do.
Yeah,
All
that's my deal.
so we have
Sign
to
the
do that
committee
too.
deal.
Yeah.
we have to do that like we do. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a harsh reality of things.
Yeah, and
You know,
that's-
Evan could give us 8 years of goaltending.
You
Maybe
don't
more.
know.
Yeah.
You don't know.
I
He
know.
could give us 5. He could give us 8. Who knows?
Yeah.
I mean,
There's a high ceiling with him.
yeah, and that's where we are with that. And I can't, I can't say enough more about him. He's played with some guys that
Yep.
I know,
Yep.
and and
Yep.
Tommy knows, Mike knows, and
Well, just when we were talking with Evan last week, and you're talking hockey, and you're talking about this guy, that guy. Oh yeah, I played with him there. Yeah, oh yeah, I know him. It's just it's amazing. It's the hockey
Connection,
world,
Yeah.
I think.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's awesome.
It is.
And
It is.
I mean,
it's something the
it's-
games give me.
you can't lose them to.
No.
You can't lose them to.
Anybody.
We can't
No.
let Desirano sign him.
No,
No.
Yeah,
And-
but that's, like Webby and Lovey, they know
No,
what
no,
the game plan
no,
is.
for sure.
Yeah.
And everybody does. But I
Yeah.
mean, that's we can't.
But it's good to know that we can go into the playoffs and we have 3 or 4 goalies. That
Well, yeah, I was just
we
saying
feel
that. I didn't even know
comfortable
about
playing any
this.
one of them.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
because you don't know what can happen.
Yeah.
you
like-
don't.
Like,
We've seen it last year, guys.
So
You're
here,
right.
here,
well,
boys.
last year,
Fool me once, eh, Johnny? You're not gonna fool me twice.
Yeah, like you got everybody that works. They're all goalies. They work.
yeah,
That's right.
So next thing you know, one guy blew his shoulder. I don't know.
anything.
Like
Yeah,
you're not turning that down.
no.
No.
Not a chance.
And you're definitely not letting a quality goaltender go somewhere else. Like there's only so many teams in the
Young,
league.
quality goaltender go somewhere else.
And he knows lots of guys that would probably, I'm hoping, I shouldn't say hoping, I think are going to want to come and play in Tweed.
Yeah. Because
I mean,
it can change from year to year.
Right,
Like our
and it's
team
just-
can change from year to
it
year.
will.
Change from last year. Change
guys
this
move,
year.
guys
We kept a
working
lot of the same
differently,
core guys.
you know?
So true.
And
in this
something?
kind of hockey.
A few
Yeah,
weeks
you-
ago, Johnny, you and I were out in town, and a few of our players were there. And there was a couple of guys, I won't mention their names, but they were at the table, and the one guy, wants to play.
Yeah.
But he's,
Ross? Loff?
eh?
Ross Loff?
No, Ross would make all the difference.
He's in the Dominican. He doesn't want to play.
And getting a tan.
But
Yeah, he's getting a
it's-
tan right
it's-
now.
That just goes back to the whole thing.
We love you,
about
Roscoe.
The players know players. And,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
their
Right.
buddies are playing.
Right.
And,
Yeah.
they're putting that bug in their ear.
That's how we got most
I
of
heard
our
a rumor
guys.
of
Poor guys.
I'm not going to
That's how it
mention
works.
any names, but I heard a rumor of dressing room of young men with a hell of a lot of talent that we're talking about maybe playing for the Oil Kings later on in life.
Yeah, and that's you
Think of us, boys.
It wouldn't be
Dial
fair to
up.
mention. his
Yeah, I don't know.
name.
No,
Yeah,
and-
no name dropping.
I told you before that it affects my schedule too much. I got too much going on. I can't suit up.
So in saying all that to you guys, so backing up a bit, we are at the stage where it's this year. We want to win.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we're pretty tight. We're good. We got a
Well, we're
got-
sitting in second place.
and we got
We've been through some controversy.
Yeah.
We've,
6
No,
games.
you
now.
know, we've shown some heart. I believe in this club.
Oh, me too.
Oh, yeah. I have
there
every
might
bit of
be
confidence in
there
those
might
guys
be
in that
maybe there might be maybe one move, maybe more, but not much. And that's what we're gonna go with. And
Yeah.
Let's go to
and
war.
everybody, and we'll go balls deep, and let's go at it.
Yeah, I'm ready to go to battle with this
Yeah.
crew.
All these guys are great.
Oh, they have your back.
No, they have
Yeah.
your back, and
Yep.
we're all everybody's in,
Yep.
and we're good.
Yeah.
And I think too, the disappointment, the way that last year ended, I think
Yeah.
that sticks with these guys.
Oh yeah, for sure.
With the nucleus of this club, especially like Murray and those guys, they remember that like it was yesterday.
I get,
So,
Well, let's
get into
remember we
playoffs,
didn't have Kudo at the end of last year too,
No,
right?
I get this weird feeling, and
Stuck
I,
in Mexico.
yeah.
I've coached a bunch of hockey clubs in my life, and there's only one other hockey club I had a feeling like this about, and that was the 2018 juvie team in Tweed. And it just, it's that infectiousness that you want to come back, you want to come to the barn.
Yeah.
I was getting tired with the minor hockey and everything and I was, 15 years of giving my time up, and this is my first year where, my son had to try out for a hockey team, so I wanted to, to have a dad year. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I just did
and
that
Johnny
this year.
gave me the opportunity, and they said Fly was on board, and Fly come over in the summer. We sucked some pints in, and I'm like, yeah, I want to do this.
Yeah.
And it just it rejuvenated me.
Yeah.
It's infectious,
Yeah.
and I think everybody, and we're starting to see that in the dressing room
Yeah.
after the game, Johnny.
Oh, yeah.
We have the Tathams, the Bangers, all the boys. They feel a part of. They're all
Yeah.
coming down,
Yeah.
having a water with us, and
Yeah.
we're talking about things. And 2 weeks ago, when we had the women in the dressing room, and
What-
big shout out to Jerry, my drinking partner. I think her and I could have a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was
Joe
funny.
Brothers had his whole family in the dressing
Yeah.
room.
We
Yeah.
got a
That
picture.
was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
that's what this
Yeah.
is about.
Yeah.
And the more
Well,
people
that's
that
not-
feel
yeah.
that they have a piece of this,
Yeah.
it's then you protect it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to look after it, and you got to make
Yeah.
sure it's you can keep it going, and it's a slippery slope. Like you gotta
Yeah.
watch it, right? And I mean, that's coming from Johnny. That's
Yeah.
I mean, 10 years ago I wouldn't have.
Here's
Yeah.
Jenny.
Yeah.
No, but like I wouldn't have like.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm not tooting my own horn here, but I'm just saying, like 10 years ago, it would have been a little rougher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll put it to you
You
that way.
have to.
It's polished us.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you do learn shit, and I remember stuff from my dad, and and it does come back to you, and you gotta be honest, and you gotta be you can't you're not gonna bullshit nobody.
No.
Like, you're not.
No, they're grown, man.
Let's not forget the infancy of this. This is our second year,
That's right.
Yeah.
and you've learned so much in that time. Like
I have.
Because when we were talking, we had Mitch on the phone, and me and him were probably in 10 years, like when I'm the vice president of the league and stuff, and we're flying around in our jet. That's how it goes, right? It's just, and this is still in its infancy.
It is.
And it could end tomorrow. And
It
that's
could.
why you just have to live in it.
Right.
Live in the moment that we're in right now and ride the roller coaster. And
But with the support and the quality of
Well, the
people
crowd-
that are supporting this thing, I don't see it going.
I
No.
don't.
And
It's something the
Damn
town wants, and it's something that they enjoy. So
Right. And I think it's the league as a whole.
it's getting better. And
It's good.
yeah, and what I
Yeah,
said to him,
it's
one
good.
of the things, John, I don't know if you listened or not, but we talked about expansion.
I did listen to. I did.
And I'm not for expansion. I think it's perfect. And Mitch was kind of on the same page.
Yeah.
Because why rock the boat? Like, you've got great hockey going on right now. You're just going to water it down, right?
Right.
Like,
And
it would pull from us.
In defense to him, he's just doing his due diligence
Yeah.
as the
For sure.
president, and making sure that if there is a viable whatever. But yeah, I agree with you. I
Yeah.
think 12 teams is perfect.
yeah.
I do. Six in the
We're not
West.
the NHL, for Christ's sakes.
No.
You don't need
No,
like,
but
12
look what
is
happened
good.
when the NHL did expand. And look at the
You water down the
Ottawa
talent.
Senators.
You water down the talent.
Imagine an NHL with 12 hockey teams. Imagine the caliber of that hocky.
Because
That'd blow your mind, boys.
Well,
right now you're either going to be in let's be realistic. If you're in this general area of mileage wise, other than like Shelley, Kudo, Rhino, and all those guys,
right,
you're going to play for Deserano, Tweed, or Kingston,
right,
right?
North Front. I guess.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or North Front.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
That's it. So if you had a team in Port Hope, if you had a team in,
You're gonna water it down.
you're going to water it down. The
You
talent's
are.
not going to. You're not going to get the games that you're supposed to get when you do that.
So I will say one thing to you. In general, this league, from what I've watched and the players that I've, we all know, it's not hard. It's hockey DB. You can look at it wherever.
Oh, yeah.
What? We get just like, you know what? If we had an all-star team out of the 12 teams, we'd give anybody. We
talked
give the
about
Whitby
that.
Dunlops a go that league.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no
Talk
kidding.
about that.
And we got lots of really good hockey players that still want to play hockey, and lots of hockey players that played,
Yeah.
semi-pro, like say AHL or whatever. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter what they played. It's really good hockey, and I
Yeah.
think it's good entertainment. And I think basically across the board and across the league, it's basically $10 to get into a game.
Oh, to watch that?
Are you
Nobody
kidding
that's
me?
watched this product has come to me because I've heard so much. Oh, it's just like how good are these guys? Every person that watched it, holy shit,
Yeah.
this is good hockey.
And they didn't, and they went there assuming that they were going to see something.
They didn't know what they were
Goon
going to
League
And they
or
didn't-
something
and
goofy,
they didn't,
right?
And they didn't get what they thought they were going to see. They
Yeah.
got more than
They
what
got
they
shocked.
Thought. That's
100%.
They did, yeah. And then it's
Well,
to
all
the
you got to do is watch
And boys-
Kudo and Shelley and Rhino for a couple
Oh,
of shifts.
Jesus.
And I'm not saying because we're sitting in this little room here because we're all part of the Tweed Oil Kings. I'm being honest. Like, I mean, it's really good hockey.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's
It really
excellent.
is.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
when
Well,
you go into.
I was an outsider last year. I was a booster club guy sitting in the back.
Yeah.
I was me and my old man. You know how we feel about hockey,
Oh
Johnny.
yeah, I know.
We're loving it.
We were in when we were
Loving
in South Stormont or the Mustangs. That young bar kid, guy's a freaking hockey. He's a hockey player.
Yeah.
Isaac Barr.
They
yeah.
had guys on that team that were hockey players, and they're good to watch. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong. I'm
yeah.
glad that we made a run of it. But I mean,
for sure.
I can appreciate a talent when I see it from
Gustafson.
another team.
You know,
yeah,
He
like
scored
North
from the
Front.
goal, did he not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, the other guy there. That
Froats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Froats was the captain.
Yeah.
Kingston,
Kingston
Gustafson
Brown, yeah.
plays
That
with
was a
all.
nice
Like,
goal.
wait,
I
there's
mean,
Yeah.
tons of guys.
Yeah.
No.
There's tons of guys.
Yeah.
And I enjoy
Selleck
watching
played
all
in
of
the
it.
A.
Yeah.
You know, Chris Newberry made his debut in Tweed last year on a minor
Yeah.
hockey day. Like,
Yeah, no,
like this league is
Yeah.
coming.
No, it is, and it's
That
and
Dixon,
it's-
he's a good player for Gann. Like, there's a lot of guys you get to see that are
Yeah.
they're good hockey players. I like watching good hockey players. I don't
It's
give a
awesome.
shit.
And I had a guy that came to a game before Christmas. I guess it was against Desjardins. And this guy, I'm not going to mention his name because probably wouldn't want me to mention his name because he's really humble. But this guy, he played in the OHL. And he played for Cornwall, so anybody can figure this out. But it doesn't matter. I'm not giving his name out. But he come down and had a pop with us after, and he goes, "I wasn't expecting that."
Yeah.
He goes, "That is old time hockey." And he said, "I don't mean greasing guys out and stuff like that." He says that, checking, and it was just and this guy
Understands the game.
Yeah.
Well, he played it like with,
He
with,
don't
like
understand
with-
it. I know who you're
with-
talking about.
Yeah.
Me too. I got introduced, Johnny.
Yeah, I
him
introduced
to
you
me.
to him, and well, he played with probably one of the best Leafs ever,
Dougie Gilmour.
on a line in Cornwall. So anybody that's out there listening can
Do your
figure it out.
homework.
But
And you
I
can
was
figure it
saying,
out.
I was glad he came, and I was glad he came down, and I mean,
Yeah.
it's so when you hear guys like that kind of saying stuff, like I think we're
On the
giving-
right track.
I think we're giving the people a really good product.
Yeah.
Sure we are.
And
Yeah.
I don't mean just
I think
Tweed Oil
Andrew
Kings, I
Shaw's
think
been
No,
in
the
building
league in
twice.
general.
the league in
Like I
general.
say, when we walked away
Jason's
from
brother Andrew, I think, has been in the building twice.
yeah, he was
you
at
know,
the
to
Empire
support.
game though.
Yeah,
You know?
no.
Yeah.
But I when you walk away from that game, that's why I didn't leave. I like to win, and I'm a part of this
we
team. I
all do.
love to
Yeah.
win, but I didn't leave the rink Saturday thinking that we had lost.
No, I wasn't going home to kick
I
the
knew
dog.
we
No.
didn't get it done.
No, that's right. We
We've
just
all
did.
played
So-
enough hockey games to realize
Yeah.
you're going to have those games.
Yeah,
That's right, Waddy.
yeah,
Shoulda, coulda, would,
yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the way
We
I left the rink.
outchanced him. What was
No,
the
like-
shots again? 65?
45 to
but
29.
like
or
when
something.
Selby stands in his head, like you
I know. I go home and I don't even have breakfast.
When you
I
pull
get
it out
home.
11-10,
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's going to be a high scoring. So let's talk about where we're at.
Nothing. I just
Oh yeah, okay. I thought something
I thought that
spectacular
meant something
just
else.
happened. Yeah, me too. Oh, it is, but we can't talk about it.
hang on.
Okay,
Oh, I
all
know
right.
I know what it is.
Are we going to talk about it?
Just let me.
Will you just go let the dog out take a piss?
Who
For me?
let the dog?
Let Otis out to piss.
Okay.
I hope that. I
So
hope
that's a
that,
closet. Don't go in there. The next
Yeah.
door down on the left.
Next
The
one on the left,
Yeah.
Go in the
JJ.
Two
closet,
doors on the
Charlie
left.
Ray.
Yeah. So we
I'm
are.
hoping this is the news that I think.
Well, now I'm intrigued.
Yeah, they're gonna have
I
to
wanna-
wait for the next one, maybe, or
Oh, maybe, yeah.
Johnny will let her go. I don't know.
Maybe I don't know. He's in it.
hope so.
He's in a giving mood. It seems.
Well,
Let's
he wouldn't give up that guy in Cornwall's name though.
no.
Yeah.
I think
no.
he has a nephew on the team, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, no. No, I actually met him too. I don't know if there's a picture online or not. I'm not sure. Why don't we talk real quick about that game against Empire then? We kind of did, I guess. We really did touch on it.
Yeah, we
'Cause-
touched on it. We had what would you say, Waddy? We had a little bit of a slow first after the break. They were
I
up,
think we would have been in great shape
We were down 3-0 after the first period. Was that what it was?
3-1.
3-1.
3-1.
If
Yeah.
they hadn't have scored that. I think they scored the third goal with about 2 minutes left in the third.
Yeah.
Or first
Yeah.
period. That might have changed the game because we really beat them up in the second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got more physical. We
took
had
the
more
body to
chances
them
from
and
it.
They didn't like it at all.
That's
Yeah.
right, Waddy.
And we kind of, in my opinion, we deserved a better fate in that second period.
Yep.
We could have scored a couple of goals there. We could have been up 3-2.
Yeah.
Yes.
They didn't scored that goal. But
So in the second, we got to.
Yeah, in between
And
the
they got
first
the
and
one.
second, I came in and I'm like, I know they're too fast and they were too good. I'm going to give them
They
their
were
credit.
They were moving the
They're
puck well.
no, they were a fast hockey club.
fast,
But
yeah.
when you see full cages,
yeah.
Yeah.
and they were young men.
Yeah.
I'm like, boys, we have to start finishing our checks. I
Yeah.
said, not going out of our way.
No,
but
we're not
this
trying to
is
kill
our
somebody.
They
barn.
didn't like the body.
That's right. It's a small barn. We have to start finishing our checks.
Uh-oh.
And,
He's
It is
dancing
as
a
I
jig.
thought it was.
Yeah.
I know it right now.
Dancing a jig.
And, we need to slow these young kids down, see if they're willing to pay the price.
Yeah.
After we started doing that, we dominated the second.
Yeah,
we
we
dominated the third, in my
Are we going
opinion.
someplace
Yeah.
tomorrow?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Are we going to Kingston tomorrow?
You might have to.
You changed
All
the
right,
game.
all right, all right, all right.
Oh,
Put
380.
your
That's
hands
wrong.
together for everybody.
Lovely Lanita.
Okay, everybody, I'm back.
He's back.
I had to take a phone call.
Mm-hmm.
And
Are we going to
his
talk
phone
about
never stops ringing.
Oh, you know I haven't got glasses. But,
Oh, okay.
no. Put it back.
Oh, sorry.
He wants to see her, Johnny. So, Davey, did you put it on pause?
Nope.
Right
Oh,
on.
I thought you were
Oh,
cracking the headphones
I'm
off
unplugged.
there, like we were going somewhere.
I gotta respond.
There's something happening here, man, and I don't know what's happening. It's freaking me out.
What's freaking you out?
I don't know. I just want to know.
I think
I just gotta find out what's happening. But what are we doing? Should we wait? I know we found out some good news. So do we want to wait and just put it on
That's GM's
Facebook tomorrow?
choice.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah.
That's the best thing.
All right. Okay. Something major just happened, and for the team, and it's going to benefit the team. But we're not going to talk about it till tomorrow. Okay. So you're on pins
Stay
and needles
tuned, guys.
till tomorrow. So let's just pick up. It's hard now because it's in my head, and I know what it is. I'm not saying no. We're good. So let's talk about. You know what would be interesting because we kind of overlooked it and we didn't talk about it. But Mike, how the hell did you get involved with the team?
Well, I think I missed one game last year.
Yeah.
Coming back to Tweed, and I'm a hockey fan to start off with.
Yep.
And I don't know how many conversations we had last year during the games,
Mhm.
and I just
Hard to talk when he's banging the glass and screaming and shit, isn't it? No?
and Johnny and I played some hockey together in Belleville and that, and
He was okay.
And I just told him I'd like to be involved with the team, and it just kind of evolved from that, and I just told him I'd just like to help out where.
We're lucky to have you, Waddy.
Yeah.
And I'm ecstatic about it. I can't wait for Saturdays.
Yeah.
Well, that's when you texted me over the holidays. I can't wait to get back at this. I'm like, you
it
took the
just-
words out of my
and
mouth, you son
the
of a.
Christmas break almost killed me. Like,
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's contagious.
Couldn't
It
we
is.
play- like
It is
that's why I
contagious.
wanted that
Yeah.
game on December 30th so bad.
Oh, it would have been awesome.
Yeah, that would have been great. But I mean, we're through that now, so
Yeah.
it's all straight ahead right now.
So did you come up with the idea to have a hand? Because
Well,
you're a little overwhelmed?
We kind of talked, and he said that if you need a hand, and at that point, I mean,
So much work.
and
Yeah.
anybody offering up a hand, is,
Yeah.
and I don't mean a disrespect to Mike. It's
We're lucky we got a hockey guy like Mike.
yeah,
Yeah.
and then somebody offering up their time, and I mean, like I told Michelle, and I know you guys know, like I wasn't the first guy they asked. So
Yeah.
I mean, and then like it's great though. It doesn't matter that I wasn't the first guy they asked. It's all good, and then that's
it's
how
worked
things
out.
like this evolve, and you get other people involved,
Yeah.
and then you get and then it just kind of takes its own road, and I've known Mike like since I was a little kid.
I have to tell you, this has been a huge learning curve for me.
Yeah.
I had no idea how much work he puts into this hockey club.
Yeah. We
Like I just
we
thought,
kinda
hey,
did,
phone a
yeah.
couple of guys that show up the rink. Here we
Every
go.
day,
Yeah,
no, it's
Yeah.
not like that at all.
no.
And I mean, it started when we went to that meeting in where'd we go to the league meeting in
down
May,
Was it
May or something we
yeah,
went?
yeah.
and for me, just to see how Mitch runs this league and all that, I was pretty impressed. Like,
Yeah.
Mitch is on the ball.
yeah, it's a lot of work on his part.
Kissing up to be the VP.
Yeah.
But,
You heard that,
each
eh,
team's
Mitch? Get that
representative,
little podium ready for me.
and everybody's got a say in what goes on within the league.
Yeah.
And I was pretty impressed with it. And I mean, it's just grown since. Well, my knowledge of this team and league has grown unbelievable in the last 8 months.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Well, that's what I mean. And again, still in infancy stage for us. Like
Yeah.
we're 2
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
We're not even 2 years in here, and
Absolutely.
it's a remarkable thing, and hopefully it keeps going. And like Brooksie said, Mikey, we're glad to have you on board with the team.
Well, I'm glad
Yeah,
to be
right.
here.
We're a little
right.
family,
Yeah,
you know.
like
and-
I have a soft spot for Tweed too because I spent
Yeah.
so much time here, and I have met so many great people in Tweed.
Yeah.
We're a different breed.
Oh,
baby.
it's a,
yeah.
it's
Do
quite
First
a little
thing
town.
they ask you when you come to their house, you want a drink?
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's just
I
not
guess.
so much the hockey aspect of it, but it's
Oh,
lifelong
it's-
friends.
Yeah.
It's like every time I see
For
Peach
sure.
Murphy, and you know,
Oh,
I've known him
gimme.
forever.
Hey, it's gimme. Yeah.
Yeah.
You want it, I'll take it. The gimme.
But you know, it
No,
just
for
those kind
sure.
of guys.
20-foot putt. Well, yours good. Mine's good. If yours good, yeah, it's good.
There's nothing wrong with that though.
I
No.
make one at a time, but yeah, I'll
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah,
Yeah, but-
Peachy. That's
Yeah,
good.
but he doesn't
Yeah.
even make the gimme.
No, we love you,
Because you're
Peachy.
supposed to pick it up.
Yeah. Well, that's
No.
great.
No, it's. I've enjoyed every minute of it, and I certainly look forward to what's coming down the pipe. And
Yeah, she's gonna start
You're
to
gonna
heat
be a
up here
good
real
winner.
shortly.
Buckle
'Cause
up, Tweed.
this
Yeah.
is it. We're in for the run now. We got
We're in for the run.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games left.
When
Yeah.
does minor hockey playoffs start?
Like January.
Yeah,
End of-
so
end
this
of-
is
end
a,
of- end
this
of
is
January,
a, this is
sorry.
a great recipe, right?
Yeah.
Because there's going to be a lot of people, you know, their minor hockey's going to be done. The ice still going to be in Tweed.
Yeah.
And if my prediction's right, this hockey club's going to be going a lot longer. And when's our last game? February the
February
11th.
February 11th. Yep.
Yeah, we're going March, April,
I
maybe
hope
getting
so.
to May, baby.
Yeah, we got a little bit better tonight. I can tell you that much.
There
But
we
we're not
go.
talking about it because
Yeah.
we're not telling anybody.
Well,
But
we'll
we'll
just-
tell you.
Yeah,
We'll tell you tomorrow.
Well, I think we got a little bit better tonight, everybody, and
Yeah. We strengthened
just,
the squad.
Yeah, we've it's a never-ending
Yeah.
movement.
It's funny that happened tonight. This shows you.
Yeah.
You know what time of night? Here he is taking calls.
9
9
o'clock
o'clock
at
at
night.
night.
On a Wednesday
lucky.
night at 9 o'clock, he just solidified another
and he's usually home in bed by now.
deal.
You know.
Oh, yeah.
sleep, falling out of the hot tub
Yeah,
and then
oh,
off the
he's-
bed.
Yeah, you're going to
Wow.
be mauling Lisa tonight.
Probably just
Yeah.
finished up the
I don't think
vacuum.
so. Should be, no, I don't think so.
Get off me, dummy.
Oh yeah.
Go to
Wow.
sleep, you idiot.
Wow, yeah, the idiot. No, then she'll say to me, yeah, what are you doing today? And then the phone rings. And I'm not kidding you, but anyway, it's all good.
Yeah.
I love it. I love doing it. It's just some days it's like, whoa.
Well, yeah,
That's a
when
lot,
things
buddy.
don't go the right way, I get it. I've seen you frustrated, but
Oh yeah. No,
He's got to
and
make
it
some of
doesn't-
the
There's more
hardest
good-
decisions
there's more
on the
good-
hockey
and
team.
it doesn't
More
always
good
go the
than
way
bad.
I want it to go.
no, I know.
I mean,
Never
there's
does,
there's
yeah.
more good than bad.
and that's just
That's
my
for sure.
personality too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like he.
Well, you're so laid back.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
he's
He
president
said
of
his
the Tweed Shy
eulogy.
Club.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'll have to deal with you when I become vice president. That's for sure.
yeah, you'll be running.
Yeah, don't forget who we were, dude.
Yeah.
When,
Yeah, it's funny.
when,
I started off playing music. Now I'm the vice president of UA. So, thanks, Mitch. I love you, baby.
You'll be looking after
Yeah.
Balderson.
Oh yeah, we don't talk about him.
We don't talk about Bruno.
No.
Good old Bruno down in his basement.
We're going to Gan Saturday night,
Saturday night.
5:15.
Yep, not
2:30.
far. Not far if you
We're
guys
going-
want to come check her out.
Yeah, we're going to see Tommy Dixon and the Clan.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah,
Stop at the casino after the game.
Maybe
maybe.
Yeah, why not? Let's make a team trip.
we should.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Double down. 2 wins.
Bang bang. Hello.
holy jumpins! Then we play Des
Yes.
the
we
next
do.
week.
Then
And
we
then
got
play
Gan
Deserano.
Again.
Then we
Yeah,
got
let's
Gan.
talk about that one real quick.
Which one?
January 22nd, Gan. That game's
Oh,
been
that's on a
changed
Sunday.
to 2:30, folks.
Yeah.
I
2:30.
repeat, that
2:30.
game has been
On a
changed
Sunday.
to 2:30,
Sunday,
January
2:30.
22nd on a Sunday. Gananoque. The U11 Tweed Hawks are going to be doing a bench warmers and flag ceremony. She's going to have the old BP Oil Kings and any alumni that,
Nice.
Yeah.
Johnny something, Johnny Sr., he was
Oh.
part of all
Yeah.
this, and we don't forget where we come from in
No.
Tweed.
No,
That's
No.
And I talked to Ray Murphy yesterday, and
PG.
we just kind of, the team was different names and all that kind of thing. But what we decided was just, I think anybody that played some intermediate hockey back in Tweed
Sure.
in that barn,
You get in for
they
free.
They all say the same thing. Like they all loved it, and you know, I mean, it is what it is, right? We got a little spillage happening.
Dribbled
over
on
the right.
myself. Oh my
The
Mike!
sippy cups.
Jesus Christ!
Jesus, Johnny, we body bagged him already.
Wow, I think he doesn't have to drive.
Get
home.
him a body bag. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank God.
Imagine him driving home at 100 mile an hour.
That's why I love doing this at my house.
Oh,
Yeah,
no doubt.
no kidding.
Yeah,
Oh,
Tara,
yeah,
tuck him in here later.
Oh yeah, or just wake him up in the morning.
Yeah, send me off to
Yeah.
work.
Hmm. But anyway, getting back to the old Oil King guys,
Yeah.
there's
Yes.
lots of guys that, and I'm not being smart. There's lots of guys that played that are, you know, still alive and well,
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
and you know,
To the boys that aren't, you're missed.
and to the boys that aren't.
Yeah.
You're
for
missed,
sure,
boys.
yeah, no, and it's free entry into the rink. And
That's right.
Peachy asked me. He said, Ray Murphy said, well, you know, that sounds good, but you know, he can get some export.
Yeah, we'll get you some export.
Yeah, yeah.
You make it
The old-
piss warm.
They still make that
drink,
horse
yeah, they
piss?
still- oh yeah, like we drank. We were raised on it. Right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Love at 50.
Well, half 100.
Have 100,
Yeah.
Jerry Parks.
Wow.
Yeah.
Blow the ears right out of you.
Yeah, but like you said, men like Larry Charlton and
Yes.
there's a
Lou-
great man.
Louis Rivers.
Let's go.
Let me see. Like we were talking about it the other day. So we got Gary Hunt. He played prior.
Is there Gary
Oh.
Brooks ever sneak in
Gary
there?
Brooks. Gary
That
Brooks. He
cheese
played-
ball.
Gary did,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. I mean,
I like that.
Dolazard, which has passed away. He was a good defenseman. There's
Yeah.
like there's so many guys.
Jim Gaylord.
Oh yeah, and they
Yeah.
played on the All
the
Ontario
win,
team,
the
yeah.
winner, yeah.
Yeah, they played on the winner.
But
I
even
mean-
the guys that didn't win it, if you played
Right,
in intermediate hockey, like
That's
Johnny said, we're going to give
Into
you
a
free admission to the
Utter
rink.
different name.
We want you there. We want the quality of your cloth in that
Yeah.
barn, and
Yeah.
you know, it. We feel better having you lads in there watching this product.
And what do we got?
Absolutely.
We got young hockey players coming out to do some shit too.
Yep, the U11 team, they weren't there for minor hockey day,
Okay.
so I wanted to do a little makeup for them because you know we think about everybody, and
Speaking of that,
Speaking of that,
even though we are on the podcast, you're gonna
Yep.
have to tell the boys on Sunday morning on that 22nd.
I think we'll just not play that day.
The games are at 9 and at 10.
Sure. I don't like if I play the 9 o'clock game, we'll be canceling. So maybe we just won't play that day.
Well, you have control over that.
Yeah, I'm like the.
I heard
unofficial
you the commish.
Yeah, the commish and the leading goal scorer of the Sunday morning
Oh, yeah.
hockey league.
Wow.
Yeah, right behind.
so
Tyler.
you're going to give up that to
No.
be the vice president of the senior league?
Mike, I got ambitions. Okay, you know I aim
He
high.
wants to get on that
I
private
aim
jet
high.
with Mitchie.
Yeah, I aim high, shoot low. That's
I'm
what I
gonna
do.
tell you, Dave, I never had any ambitions of being a general manager with senior.
No, I
hockey.
know.
Look at you
right?
now.
But I do love it.
Yeah.
I do love it.
I just look back to the whole thing and just I remember telling you I'll do whatever you want. I'll help you, Johnny. Whatever you want, Johnny. I got you. You know that. I've known John
Oh
forever.
yeah, no, we've known each other forever, and
And now here we are sitting here doing a goddamn
Damn
podcast
podcast.
on a
Yeah.
Wednesday night
Yeah.
at 9 o'clock.
12th one.
Yeah,
Who would have thought we got past
and-
one?
yeah.
And like I said, you're never gonna please everybody.
No.
You know,
Yeah, you can't.
Dave plays the music and too loud, and I love it. I
Yeah.
just
Yeah, we.
turn it up.
Yeah.
The boys love her on the bench.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what's important to me is they love it.
Yeah,
But-
well, when you went to
And the
that
fans.
funeral or
Yeah.
celebration of life,
Yeah,
that
for
whole
Freddie.
second period,
Yeah,
that was a different. And all the guys were like,
Different
"Where's Dave,
atmosphere.
Brooksie? Where's
Yeah.
Dave?" I'm like, "Guys, he had this." They're like, "Oh, okay."
yeah,
You know,
But I want to say though, Dave,
Yeah.
like last year, I had to go on the bench there in that one game. Just didn't want to, but I had to because
Yeah.
we were minus a guy on the bench. But anyway, the one guy from Armpire, he goes, "How do you get on this team? I love it. The music's just rocking." I'm thinking, what?
the glass is shaking.
No, that's what he said.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember. his
Well,
name.
that Adrian Moyes or
Oh, yeah.
Moynes,
Yeah,
or-
yeah.
Tommy's buddy.
yeah,
Old blue eyes.
So when he, after the series was over, gave huge props, and he's like, I don't know if you guys understand
Crowd
what
is awesome.
that does, even to the visiting team.
Everybody
Walking in
feeds off it.
700 deep.
Yeah,
You know, like,
Everybody feeds off it.
they do.
And I tell you, how I approach it, right, is like, so say, obviously with the music, it's not that big of a deal, but it's my little contribution to that, and the live feed and all that shit. But the music part of it, I'm feeling the game. I'm feeding the boys and right tunes at right times to pump up, get them going. The crowd, there's a combination of both, right? That you're just trying to just set the
Perfect
mood,
storm.
have an atmosphere that it's like
Yeah.
not just like
We've
you know
got
when you
that.
go to a game and there's nothing.
we've got an atmosphere in that barn.
Oh, 100%.
Oh, and you do,
It's
and
there.
I know, and I
love it.
can feel the thing when I sat up there, like
Yeah.
we're not like the Muppet, but you know
Yeah,
those
yeah,
guys.
well, I did-
Statler, Waldorf.
I did do
Those
that.
guys hanging the thing.
Yeah.
So
The
I
Harold
know, I'm
you're in
not-
the Harold Ballard box. bud.
Yeah. So we were up there, and I'm
Yeah.
thinking, Dave's not liking me yelling and screaming, so that's why I have my back up there. But
Oh, it doesn't
those
bother
two
me.
girls.
Oh, I
can
thought you kicked him
concentrate.
out of
No, I
No,
can
no, but the two girls,
that came in to get me to do
Cheryl,
something?
Cheryl and what's her name? I can't remember. But they're above the penalty box, and then you play
Yeah.
that song when we score a goal. And
Yeah, the Chelsea
I'm
dagger.
thinking, every time
That
we score,
was awesome. Yeah, you pointed that
and
out.
they like look. I said,
Yeah.
and every
Wait
and
till
they-
the playoffs.
Oh yeah, they
Yeah.
love it. Like,
It's
Yeah.
gonna
like
get her rocking.
and these are like I mean they just love it.
Yeah.
Yep. My wife's buying into it. You know, like, ever
I'll
since
tell
the
you-
Christmas party, them guys, she likes, you know.
It's chaotic to do the and
The-
I'm gonna say this right now. It's chaotic to do a little bit of both the announcing and the music part. And I love Cito. I love Cito to death, and he does
Oh,
a
yeah.
great job. But
Lucky to have him.
I think that I'm going to maybe talk to Cito, and I'm saying this live.
Yeah.
You got this, Cito.
Yeah.
I might call the goals, and
Yeah.
the reason I want to call the goals is because I just want to drive the excitement right through the
Let's
crowd.
go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And I think
Do
that's
it.
something I'm gonna do. We got 2 mics.
yeah.
I think I'm gonna
Goal
do it.
scored by
Number
number.
10, Murray Free.
You know,
Let's
like
go.
just drive the crowd, pump the crowd to get
Yeah.
them going. Because when we start to get the numbers back up, like we were well over 400 for sure on Saturday. That's when I
Wait
like
till you
it.
see the 22nd. The numbers
No,
on the
yeah.
22nd, I think, are
The
going to
Sunday
rock
game's
us.
gonna be awesome. So that being said, that'll be
I
awesome.
wish we could tailgate.
Yeah,
Get a barbecue going.
Well-
I love the canteen.
Well-
Why wouldn't they set up a little thing outside before the game and get us all,
Yeah.
you know, revved up? You know, we're all
yeah.
looking for a spot to
I hear you.
converge.
I
Do you know
love
a guy around Tweed that sells beef?
didn't what's
Don
his name?
Echo Farms is
That's
sponsoring
right.
Yeah, there, my
Let's
neighbor.
go.
My
this
neighbor.
great hockey team. And
Didn't
a great buddy of mine.
didn't Doug Ford? Aren't we allowed to tailgate now?
What?
Like Doug Ford, he got us drinking early at the golf course, and then what else did
Yeah,
he do?
9:00 you can drink.
Yeah, you can drink at the golf course. I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure the
Wow, what a golf
tailgating's
tournament.
legal.
White
Maybe I'm not.
Tiger.
We're gonna have to Google it and
White
find out.
Tiger.
Yeah. Oh Jesus.
But yeah, you're right. I mean,
That'd be cool.
to have everybody. I mean, it's awesome regardless.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I
I feel at home in there
yeah. I
on
got
a
my,
Saturday.
I got my buddy Longbolt back on the computer because my
Ah.
wife
Yeah.
she doesn't mind doing it. She really doesn't like doing the computer thing, but
Sprat's a beauty.
Yeah.
but he does the computer because she wants to watch the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, but anyway, it's you know what? I will say one thing. There's a lot of volunteers
Yeah.
on this hockey team, and
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the
and perhaps-
people that.
you know, you go right down from the two bartenders, Shar and Michelle,
Michelle,
and then
yes.
You come through the door.
And then you got Selby in the box, Cito,
Yep.
yourself, Dave,
Yeah.
and all the coaches and
Well,
Like all of
the
us,
whole
it's-
operation
it's-
doesn't run by itself. That's
No.
for
no,
sure.
and
Yeah.
you have
it's
to have a
big kudos to all the people that help.
This is for them.
Yeah, and it's awesome.
Kids are cheering. Kids are cheering.
Yeah, awesome. Like, cause that's what makes
Well, that's
it.
what makes it happen too.
That's what makes it run.
But Johnny, that's what makes us Tweed too.
Oh,
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
sure.
That's the type of or surrounding community.
Yeah.
That's the way we are. When someone's, doing something, we're not gonna badmouth them. We're gonna jump behind them. We're gonna support them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I wanted to ask Murray, but I didn't get a chance to. So there was this guy. He works for. Well, he's from Camelford. Really good hockey player,
Mhm.
and he would have played against Tweed. His name's Ed Stapley. He was
Yes.
he was
Oh,
at the
Lyman.
game. He's
I
at.
knew him.
Do you know him?
Oh yeah, sure do.
Yeah. So he was at the game.
Jim Graham was there too. Couple
yeah,
old linemen.
Yeah, like you gotta love. You love
Eddie
it.
Stapley was at the game.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
he
they're,
was the
they're
captain
coming
of
from
Camelford.
Camelford. Yeah. Oh yeah. And,
Yeah.
and he was good.
Yep.
So if those guys are coming to watch,
Yeah.
I mean.
And look the product they got to see.
Yeah.
And Pete said he was blown away.
Yeah, and then you get to see the old. So you get to watch a good hockey game. Then you get to rub shoulders with a bunch of old boys,
Yeah.
women, young men, young people. You know, you have Banger, my old man,
Yeah.
Richard Rajat.
Yeah.
You know, there's so many
Raz
people.
is there.
Raz, yeah.
So Razzie.
Dirty-
Yeah, let's give a little love to that guy.
Yeah, he's awesome. But
Yeah.
Razzie, you and Jerry need to get something up and running.
Say that again.
Yeah, they need to get something up and running. We need to have something to go to after.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Start a
that
bar.
They're
deal.
no, but if they're talking, like Jerry was talking about it, I mean,
Yeah.
we just it's
A little pub.
Yep. If
Yeah.
that deal ever fell through with the Sally Ann across from
that'd be
Tim
the
Hortons,
wicked
you
pub right
imagine that
there.
old cheese factory, the
Wow.
patio going out onto the river?
Oh,
We
that'd
should
be
buy that
terrific.
right
You
now.
just have problems with the river.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't jump in.
The river go up.
You gotta pick
Make sure you got some floating devices.
Yeah. We got
yeah.
4 guys right
What's all the
here.
foam in the river?
Well, I can't swim, so I definitely need.
Yeah.
I need some.
I thought you meant
That
urinating
would've
in the
been a
river.
wicked-
Oh, that too.
We'll meet you at the dam.
That would have been a wicked,
As long as I made it down.
a wicked spot for a pub.
Isn't
Oh,
it?
awesome.
Yeah, it would be.
Isn't it?
It would have been, yeah.
Yeah.
But a
Saturday
shout out to,
nights, come on in, meet the Oil Kings. They're going to come in
It's
there,
only-
probably have a bite after
Yeah.
the game. It's a moneymaker, guys.
The only
Think
thing we're
about it.
missing- the only
You
thing
know
we're
something? When I played intermediate in Tweed, now our games were Friday night at 9:00,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
and we used to just race to the Stoke
Hotel. Yeah.
And we never got to sit in the bar part of it. You know, I don't know. You remember when you first walked in, there was
Yep.
that room to the right.
missing. Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
room that we always had because the place was packed.
Packed.
Stokoe
Right after the game.
Hotel.
Yeah.
Mike's showing his
The
age.
Stokoe,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
the Stokoe Lake Hotel.
Did
Yeah.
Bob Bancroft own that at one point?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and his
Yeah.
brother Paul did.
Yeah.
Paul.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dad said he could get people to come to events. He said he'd bring sand right in, fill the whole
Oh,
hotel
yeah.
full of sand, have a beach party in the winter.
Oh,
Yeah,
Do you
in the
wanna-
wintertime.
Yeah,
Oh,
like that's awesome.
I'll
Oh,
tell
yeah.
you a funny story about the Stokoe Hotel real quick because my buddy Mike Bancroft is a real good friend of mine.
Oh, yeah.
So I live 3 doors down from the Stokoe Hotel.
Yes, you did.
So on Saturday afternoons or Saturday night or something.
This is explaining a lot.
Did I say it already?
No, but
Oh.
that you
No,
live
no,
3
no.
doors down from the Stokoe Hotel.
Yeah,
It's starting to make a lot of
yeah,
sense
yeah.
to me now.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So me and was it Saturdays? I can't remember if it was Saturdays or not, but we would play ball hockey down the side. You know when you
Thanks.
first, like you said, Mike, that room that you come into in the first
Yep.
one, there was that hallway that went down to the kitchen on the other side of the bar, on the back side of the bar. Do you remember that? And
Yep.
there was a kitchen down there. So me and Mike would play ball hockey, like shoot the ball back and forth, and then every now and then we'd pop our head up because they had strippers.
Yep. They did. Saturday afternoon.
Yes, that's it. Then Saturday afternoons. Now they
That's
weren't
what
The
I'm
good old days.
Now, let's-
Holy
let's hold.
leftin'.
let's just put it in perspective. It's in Stokoe, and there's strippers in Stokoe, so I'm sure they weren't great, like talented or whatever.
I
Maybe,
never saw
but
them.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But we would stick our heads up.
Good
eh?
answer.
And he's gone now. Rest in peace, Dougie Beatty. He would slap us on the top of the heads. We put our heads up. Eh? We were probably like 10 or 11 years old, and he would go pop, pop, bang right on the top of the head. Hey, get down out of there.
Isn't that amazing? I wish my son had,
Oh.
those experiences.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
they're
because
so sheltered
Yeah, it
anymore.
was
see, I
funny.
remember that because the stripper that was in Madoc Hotel on Thursday night was
She
on
was
there on
over there,
Sundays.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because at that point, Bob owned the Madoc
Yeah,
Hotel
and Paul owned
the
Stokoe.
Stokoe. Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's how it went down.
Yeah.
Well, like if you know what, if you haven't,
If we'd have told you, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah.
That's
That's
right.
right.
and when you live in Tweed, then you actually realize it and you
Yeah.
believe it and you live it.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you just
Yeah,
listen to the
just
stories
don't
and
know.
think,
But
"That's
now they
not
know
right."
why we're so warped as we really are in Tweed.
Well, that's just it.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
funny.
Yeah, it's funny. Anywhere I go, like somebody from Tweed has made an impression on
Yeah.
somebody at a party. Someone, you're from Tweed?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Well, let's not.
Like, oh shit.
It hasn't
Well-
changed either. It goes generation to generation.
Well,
Like,
they
the
try
kid-
to one up because they
Yeah.
heard about the older boys.
But
Like we
this
were
isn't
growing up,
something that's
like
not-
with Fly's sister Erin.
Yeah.
You know, you heard about Fly in their generation. Like, oh shit,
Yeah.
we got to be
Yeah.
better than that.
But this is not something that's going away either. So Tommy, right, like Leon,
Look at Lane.
Lane, those guys went to they were so for the Forest, right, or not Forest, sorry, the Silver Stick they were at was in Sarnia. They took over a bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're up on stage playing guitars.
That's
Yeah.
what
Took the bar over.
that's what we do.
So did they did they have Limburnitis up there?
Oh yeah, you should tell that story. That's the greatest.
yeah.
You know what?
You ask
What do
anybody
we got
in
left
this
for
area,
time here? Because I
have
don't
you
want
ever
to
been
keep.
to a party at the Cove.
I don't want to keep these all night.
At
But you know
Piggy's
what?
Palace.
There's not many people that can say.
No, anybody
"Oh,
that's
I've
been there.
Even people in Belleville.
No.
Oh, yeah,
So-
it's at
We're
the Cove."
telling it. Hang on 1 second.
So
We've got. Here's what we're gonna do.
okay.
So the podcast is about almost 2 hours in.
Oh,
These
shit.
boys
I
want to
could
go
all
home. That's
night.
great. I could too. And we're gonna talk briefly about our schedule coming up again, which we kind of touched on. But we have got to hear. Old Blue Eyes is working right now, and we're
Yeah.
supposed to be here. Johnny has got to tell this story.
Yeah. Though. So I wish Blue Eyes was here.
Yeah.
To
Defend
to
himself.
just
Throw one-liners.
He just the one-liners and the whole bit.
Yeah.
He's like he's one of a kind. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
anyway, we always went to Niagara
Niagara
Falls.
Falls.
And hockey tournament, right? You know, old timers and all that kind of thing.
We won every
Hey.
year, even when we didn't.
That's right. We did.
Yeah.
My
We
dad
had-
loved those
We had
trips.
so
Yeah.
much fun. So anyway,
Helicopter pilot.
yeah, helicopter pilot, and, the guy that
Forgot
didn't
about
pay,
that
da
one.
da 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 da, and all that.
Police
kind of
come right in the room.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that was the classic.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That's a different story.
I don't tell this one though. We can't
This
go off
is
the
no.
rails.
We
So-
gotta tell this one. About
So
Tommy.
anyway, we started going up there, and we'd always tell the tournament organizers that we'd play the yearless game on Fridays.
Yeah.
And so
Because Jimmy Allure get
Jimmy
comp
got
Jimmy
rooms.
Allure.
yeah,
yeah.
because he was a gambler, and Jimmy's a great guy.
I
and
love
Jimmy's
Jimmy.
our trainer,
No
and
way
manager,
to
whatever.
hold him.
So anyway, we start going up on Thursdays.
Yeah.
So there's four of us.
Putting
And,
yours go up
there's
on the fucking
Tommy
Tuesday.
and I, and yeah, we might better. So there's Tommy and I and Snoop.
Love it.
Yeah.
Anybody that doesn't know Snoop, well, too bad.
Then
Oh yeah,
then you've
you're
never-
missing out.
You've never met an original.
And Jimmy
Snoop
Allure.
Loop.
OG.
So Jimmy Allure. So anyway, we were up there, and obviously we're drinking and stuff, and Jimmy wasn't doing drinking, but anyway, so we get in we're all scattered over this casino, and so I'm sitting at this blackjack table. Actually, to be honest with you, this is people going, everyone tells you a story, they win. No, I've lost lots at the casino, but anyway, I was doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Tonight I was doing good.
Tonight I was
I
doing
got
good.
about $1,200, and then I look over my shoulder and I see Tommy staggering over.
And he's messy.
He goes, "You want a beer, Johnny?" I said, "You betcha." He, there's only one spot for a beer, so
Yeah.
he goes back with 2 beer. Anyway, I gotta watch how I say this.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Yeah,
anyway,
politically
Careful.
correct here.
so he comes back with 2 beer, so there's nowhere to put the other beer, so I put it on the floor between my feet, and there's a couple there, and then there's a lady beside me, and the table's full at blackjack table, and he's standing
Lots
there,
of different ethnicities.
yeah,
Yeah.
And anyway,
It's a city.
so the people to the left of me, they're a couple, and she's a really good looking lady or girl or whatever, a young lady, and
Yeah, old blue eyes.
Tommy, old blue eyes, hey, he says to the boyfriend, yeah, I'm gonna get her done tonight. And the guy looked at him and he just didn't understand him, right? But anyway, to make a long story short, he goes, "You're gonna get some Gretchen tonight." And that was it. So I'm
Bing
sitting
bang
at the-
boom, you're out of here.
Yeah. So I look over and there's 2 security guards.
Yeah, you gotta go.
They said, "You gotta go," and I'm thinking, "Shit,
I'm
I'm
doing
up
And you're winning.
$1,200. I'm with
Yeah,
him.
yeah.
I'm out of here too." Right?
Yeah, you gotta go with your buddy.
Yeah, I gotta go. And so anyway, and so the lady sitting beside me, she goes, I think your buddy's in trouble. I said, "Well, we're gonna see how this works."
See how
So
it
I
plays
look
out.
over and the guy says, "You're out of here." And then Tommy says to him, "What do you mean?" And the guy says, "Well, you're drunk." He goes, I'm not drunk. I got limeritis. And the guy says, I don't give a fuck what you got. You're out of here.
For those people that don't know, limeritis is a disease that makes your body go like rubber.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I got limeritis.
so he's got limeritis. So
He's quick as shit.
They take him out. So I just boom. I lose $200. So I said, I'm out of here. So I grab all my chips, figure $1,000. So I'm heading across to cash out.
He did something to Jimmy too, didn't he?
Oh wait, he's getting there. He's getting there.
Sorry, my bad.
So we're coming across. I'm coming across the floor going to cash out, and I see Jimmy. I said, Jimmy. He goes. I said, hey, take Tommy out. Well, I should have. I said, what do you mean?
Jimmy's his buddy.
Yeah, we're all buddies, right?
Yeah.
Jimmy says, well. Did he not tell you what happened? I said, no. He's drunk. He goes, wow, we're playing the crap table. And anybody that knows how to play craps, you got to pass the dice around the table. So, anyway, Jimmy's telling me, he goes, yeah, the dice came to Tommy, and he gets the dice, and he looks at Jimmy, and he looks at me, and he goes, what do we do now, Jimmy? And Jimmy says, throw the fucking dice. So he puts his beer down on the cloth, like,
Which you're not.
Big no.
to do, right?
That's
How many chips are on that table?
Oh, there's
That's bad.
chips everywhere, right? So anyway, if he don't hit, and he wins like about $600-700, I don't know. So Tommy's scraping these chips in, and he gets them all up off the table, and he's and dice moved on, and
Everybody
he looks at
wins.
and everybody wins. Anyway, and he says to Jimmy, he says, "What do I do now?" And Jimmy says, "Get the fuck out of here!" Everybody
hadn't seen you.
Everybody that's listening, you had to be there. But it was just. Like
you had the young guys in the dressing room last weekend balling with that one.
Yeah.
That's a good story.
It's a great
it's an awesome story. Like it is.
And Jimmy, if you don't know Jimmy, he's animated. Eh?
Oh yeah,
he is.
So he would have been just like so.
Oh yeah.
Just
Oh, for sure. And it was like I had no idea what had gone on at the table, right?
Yeah.
And the kicker is he won $700.
Yeah.
He always comes out on top. That son of a bitch.
And he had no idea what he was playing, or what game he was doing, or anything like that, right?
Yeah.
Just drinking.
The time I met Tommy in the elevator at that.
Oh, there's
That's even
some
better.
million stories.
That's even better. I wish he was here, but we could tell one more. Can we still?
You want?
Oh yeah. We can do one more.
Sorry, Tommy.
Same thing. Niagara Falls, and Mike was there. And anyway, we were hooked. Like the hotel that we were staying at was there was a 10-pin bowling alley.
Yeah.
Hooked onto it.
Yeah.
So anyway, we're sitting there. We don't have to play till the next day and all that. So everyone's there, girlfriends, wives, whoever. It doesn't matter. Anyway, we're bowling. Of course, drinking. And
No.
this is how long ago it was. Like 1 o'clock comes and the waitress comes over. Last call.
Oh wow.
And
Not two.
The lady said last call. And Tommy says, I'll have 10x. Shows us. Oh, Tommy. Well, I'll have 6.
And she gave them to him.
Yeah, and she gave him 6x.
Of course she would. Look at him.
He gets what he wants.
Oh yeah.
Handsome bastard.
So then a couple people, I won't say they ran out, but they just forgot to pay. Not
a dine and dash, but just honest. We're
drunk.
It was all fixed. It was all fixed up the next day.
Drunk.
So the security guard follows Tommy, thinking it was him, but he had paid. So he gets on the elevator. The security guard gets on the elevator with him. So Tommy's going up and down the elevator with him because he
doesn't want to tell him where his room is.
Yeah, it is right. So anyway, the elevator comes down, stops, door opens. Mike's trying to get on the elevator. Hey, don't tell him your name, Mike.
He's the best.
You think?
Like if people only knew.
Oh. They don't have a clue.
No, they have no idea.
No, they don't have a
The
clue.
whole Clement group is a fun group of people.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Okay,
They're not dull moments with them folks.
I don't care what time it is, and I don't care how long we've been on. I got a Tommy story, and I'm telling it. I don't care. I hate country
Should have come
music.
tonight, Tommy.
Yeah. Tom, I love you. I hate country music. Hate it. Like, I don't like it. Okay, it's not for me. So we go to this country bar every time we go up there for these Niagara Falls trips, right? Like, so I go in dreading it, just thinking, okay, whatever. But I'm drunk. Right? We're playing hockey. We're away. There's whatever, 12, 13, 14, 15
Good company.
guys of us, right? Great guys. So I'm going. And I always kind of like, we'll get into a place and we'll go in. So we go into that, what's that called? That what's it called?
Iron Horse?
No, the
Crazy
Spicy
Horse?
Yellow?
No, not that. That's another story. But
Oh, okay.
the night that
We're never getting
the
out of
country
here
bar,
tonight.
the country bar up the road,
Big Texas.
Big Texas. So this is the night where Tom's on. We had a good. We won all our games, like we usually did. Not tooting our own horn, but we were pretty good. So we're up there, and
We were.
1 minute, Tom was full. Old Blue Eyes was full. He was riding a bull at one point. That's
Mechanical
how full
bull.
he was. He was
Get
riding a
out.
mechanical
Oh,
bull.
yeah.
Oh yeah, and he was doing awesome. Like,
Oh, you
just
probably did in the farm.
We
riding,
won.
riding it. So the place is packed, right? And they play that song "Wagon Wheel." You know,
Yeah.
I hate that song.
You just
Wagon
love-
Wheel, Wagon Wheel.
Rock
Right?
me,
So they played it when we
rock
first
me.
got there,
Yeah.
whatever. And then every fucking 10 minutes, Tommy's going, "Play Wagon Wheel."
So listen to this.
Up to
This
the
is
band, "Play Wagon Wheel." So whatever, I'm laughing. So I'm having a good time with this country bar as much as I hate it. And I always try to like push myself towards to follow Tom because you know it's always gonna be funnier.
Entertainment's
John,
coming, yeah.
funny shit's going right. So we go up to the bar, we're getting a drink. He'd been up there for a while, and I said, "Tom, I gotta get a drink, man." Oh, he goes, "I got this girl's been doing good. She's getting for me all the time because he's been talking to her. She's a nice girl, getting him the drinks." And then he starts talking to her, and I'm like looking at him, and he goes, "She's pretty, eh? Like she's a pretty girl." And then he starts talking to her and says, "You know what?" I can't believe he said this. I love you, Blue Eyes. Don't get me wrong. He looks right at her and goes, "You know what? You'd be a real good-looking woman if it wasn't for them teeth." Bing, bang, boom.
He was cut off.
That's it. She fucked us. She didn't give us any more drinks. I didn't get my drink, which was most important.
got-
subtle as a
And the
freight
place
train.
was packed. You couldn't get a
yeah.
drink, eh? But when he said it, I just was like, "Oh my God."
Did you have summer
I
teeth? Summer
can't.
here, summer there?
They were just crooked. They were a train wreck. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't good, but he just said it so smoothly and just so proficiently. It was-
He's got an art.
I love him. I do. And
Oh, he's a classic.
yeah.
All them Clements. You go
yeah.
out for a night drinking
Leon.
with a Clement.
All
You're
of them.
going to have a laugh and you'll have a story to tell.
There's not one that doesn't. But those Niagara Falls trips were some of the best times we've ever had. Okay, are we? Should I? We could do this in collaboration.
Yeah.
Okay, so we went one time where it was so hot. Me and Drano actually golfed that day. Seriously, we knew the weather was going to be good, and it was in the end of when did that fall? Like March?
Yeah.
End of March?
Mid-April.
Yeah. So what happens when it's really, really like I was the warmest I'd ever seen it in the entire time that we ever went up there. So what happens when it's warm out? Lots of people are out.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So we're going
Niagara Falls, baby.
we go in the Spicy Olive, and which is another bar that's up there, right? And
He always had rock bands.
yeah, bands.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Like live music?
Yeah.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
All right.
live
yeah.
music, and we're rocking and rolling and having a good time. Do you want to tell it? You tell it
You
better.
tell it.
No, you tell
you
it.
tell
You
it.
tell it. There's
Are
two
we-
parts to it. So
Are we
you
talking about this? What are we talking
are we
about?
gonna
band
clear the
and
room, or are we gonna talk about the dance off?
stuff? We'll clear the room.
It was the same night. You do the clear the room.
Yeah. So, this place isn't very big.
I don't know this one.
Oh, it's good.
I'm on the edge of my
Yeah,
seat.
it's good.
It
The
was,
bar's not big,
it's not big. Like the place isn't big.
but
Like,
there's probably how many people you think you could pack in there? Like 200.
yeah, it's packed.
200, but that's
It's
packed.
spicy,
Like
yeah.
you're, you
It's
can't
packed.
move, and there's a band playing.
So I gotta go to the washroom. Like I gotta go for a piss or a pee.
Yeah.
Too late, yours.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I, dropped a little silencer there, eh?
Crop duster.
Wow.
It was bad.
The band stopped playing.
This place is packed. The dance floor
The
is
guy,
packed.
the guy that was the lead singer in the band said, whoever shit himself, get the fuck
Brooksy, they stopped playing music, man.
They stopped midstream.
People were dancing.
Oh, that's awesome.
They had like full gulps of it, right? I just kind of walked through and I was having a piss. I'm listening to this in the bathroom. I'm having a leak.
That's the clear the room one.
That was a great night.
Cleared the bar, cleared like the band stopped playing. The drum,
they quit. They quit playing.
I'll piss on you now. I got a story.
You know what amazes me is how proud of that he is.
He got the band to stop playing, Waddy.
I've never seen anything like it. They quit.
Yeah, well,
they thought it was me, but
my old man used to do a Montreal trip, as you boys know, every Father's Day for 26 years. He'd drive a bus down to Montreal, and you're talking about the story of crop dusting. They're in the subway in Montreal, and you remember Elton Ferguson?
Yeah.
Port Ferguson. So he's in the subway with the old man, and Dad said just arm to arm. They were just packed.
After the game, right?
After the Montreal Expo game, yep, they're sitting in the subway, and all Dad's like, Jesus Christ, Park, she's packed in here. He looks at Dad, he goes, not for long, B. Next thing you know, Dad says he dropped one, and they said when he farted, they talked about like a baseball pitcher, like, wow, he's throwing hard tonight.
Yeah, he threw high heat.
Yeah, high heat, and he's throwing hard, boys, be ready. So anyhow, Dad said this Frenchman was sitting down reading the newspaper.
Yeah.
Port Ferguson ripped the shit. Next thing you know, he just goes, oh!
And they were trying to get off the subway.
The next subway stop, Dad says doors open that just piled off of people. Port Ferguson looks over and goes, told you, B. There's about two of them left.
Not for long.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The way your dad tells that story, it's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they had a lot of fun going on those trips to Montreal, boy. When we were old enough, he threw us on the bus. I think I went 4 years. Yeah, St. Catherine Street, Super Sac.
I never made any of those trips. Were you there when Tattoo hit a parking meter?
Tattoo.
Remember Tattoo?
Oh, yeah.
Walking down the street hit a parking meter.
Sunoco?
Donnie Grills, he was on a few of them. What an animal.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, Tattoo, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Used to work at the Sunoco, and that's how most people were doing that.
Walking down the
Tattoo.
street in Montreal, drunk, and hit a parking meter.
Yeah.
He was looking for change.
Yeah. Him and Salby. I remember being up at a party and Tweed, somebody lived above a store. I don't know whose house we were at, but I looked over and fucking the pair of them were like passed out standing up.
Yeah.
They were side by side.
We
Anyway.
need to just have a story time.
Oh, well,
guys.
that's
We could do this all
I know.
night.
I was just going to
love
say
it.
we got off the beaten path
Yeah,
here.
we did.
Oh, it's fun, though.
But it's that's what makes it fun. And it's a podcast. Fuck. If you don't
Yeah,
like,
you
if you're
didn't
this
laugh
deep
at those
into
few
it,
stories, you're goddamn dead.
yeah.
So you guys do a great job with the podcast. You definitely
try.
have to get Old Blue Eyes on here.
Yeah, well, we're gonna.
some
You
way.
should get him here one-on-one.
Yeah.
We've built his legend up now, eh?
I don't know
if he will.
Nah, I don't
That's
think
the problem. You're gonna
I
have
think he
to.
needs you, JJ.
Yeah, you're gonna have to come here, John, just
Yeah.
to get him going.
Well, just to drive him here.
Yeah, that's. We will have him
He's
on
taking
here.
a place in
Because-
tonight. I love
You
it.
know what you could do? You could set him and say, okay, come on, we'll go. As soon as he sits down here, you say, I'll be right back, and not come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. Well, we had a goal for this podcast, and I think we attained it. We got it. We,
Oh,
we,
yeah,
we said what we
great.
wanted to do. We got that out there, and then when you can have and shoot the shit, and you guys get some inside information about the kind of guys that you're dealing with here,
Yeah.
it's pretty good. And if you're this deep into it and you're listening, then we're glad to have you.
We are going to give everybody a run.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
that's all I can say. And
Yeah.
I mean, we will give all teams a run, and that's what our
That's our goal. That's
That
our
is,
mission
yeah.
statement. We're not like, if I can speak out of turn just for a second.
go ahead.
We are our first what I believe is our mission statement. Let's just say that. I mean, when it's municipality owned, but what our first mission would be is to bring entertainment to this town.
Yep.
And provide something that you guys can all come and watch and enjoy, which is great. And the second part is that nobody wants to come and watch a team get pounded. So
Right.
what we're doing is we're trying to do the best that we can do, and John is, and Mike is, and everybody is, to put the best product we can put on the ice for you guys to be entertained. And let's not kid ourselves. It feels good to win, and everybody wants to be a winner. So that's what we're striving for. We're not striving to be fifth place. We're
At the
striving
start,
to be a winner.
When this first started 2 years ago,
Yeah.
all I wanted to do was be competitive.
Yeah.
We're all past
We're
the point
past
of
that.
that.
We're
now.
past that.
Oh, fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
We're way
Any team
past
that
that.
comes into Tweed, they know they're coming into our barn, and it's a different kind of rink.
Yeah.
And
Well,
it benefits
it's so
us.
small.
Yeah.
It's in your
it benefits
face.
us,
You got no
and
room.
they know they're in for a tough time.
Yeah.
And that's
No free ice and Tweed, is there, Waddy?
No.
Keep going. Sorry, Mikey.
no.
Trying to talk to my man, Brad.
I will say one thing. It comes down to we want to win.
Yeah. Right?
No one.
Like, first, what I think is we want to entertain. We want everybody to be happy and enjoy what's going on. But at the end of the day, we want to win. Like,
Sure.
so
That's
don't
the
think
bottom
that
line.
we're not doing, like, everybody's
Look at
doing
the
this. with
quality
main
of the
goal
hockey
to win.
players Johnny's
And
assembled
we
for us to
have
him and
assembled-
Waddy to play.
Yeah, quite a roster of
These are
talented
good hockey players, boy.
Like, let's not kid ourselves. We got guys that are in the top 10 in scoring here. More than one, my friends.
So
More
you
than
know what?
one.
I want to tell you one thing that Peachy Murphy told me because we were talking about, I was asking about bringing the guys out and all that kind of thing. You know, the guys that played.
For the
And-
GAN game on the Sunday?
No, but yeah,
Oh, in
yes,
Jan-
yes.
January
The-
22nd.
The guys who used to play.
Yeah.
Yep.
Excuse me. So we got talking about it, and I mentioned to him, like I said, it's so tough. Like, you would love to have 20 guys of the caliber of senior hockey from Tweed.
Yeah.
Well, that just doesn't work.
No.
It's not going to happen.
No, there's not.
So he said to me, he goes, what's it like? Like, I said, well, I'm not in the dressing room, but he says, we had our when we won the All Ontario, we said, we had the guys from Tamworth, and we had the guys from fucking Sterling, and, and then because Terry DeSage he was the captain, and they had a Christmas party. And then
Terry was captain?
he was the
DeSage?
captain of that All
Yeah.
Ontario team, yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
I didn't know
so-
that.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a great hockey player.
He was
Oh,
my
yeah.
Sunday
Oh, yeah.
morning. He's
Yeah,
on my Sunday morning. Yeah.
so he said, I don't know if they played before or what the fuck happened, but somebody got dialed and they weren't
Team,
all
Yeah.
cohesive, right?
Jalen.
yeah.
And then somebody got greased, and then somebody stuck up for somebody from Tamworth, and he said after that,
Changed the
Gold.
whole thing.
it changed the whole team, and they had a Christmas party, and he said, that's what happened.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I see that happening with this team.
Yeah.
Because I
Deja
don't-
vu.
Yeah.
No, like, yeah. Like it,
No,
it-
but
it's-
like that cohesiveness is.
We had a Christmas party.
We did. No, we did. And
Yeah,
I
the only
just-
one that got carried out was Rut.
You know what, though? Hey, you know what? I got it before.
I love
hey,
Rut.
Yeah, I love. Everyone loves Rut.
What a beauty.
Rut's great, and
Yeah.
Cat's great.
Yes, sir.
Like, they're beyond
Oh,
great.
my God.
They're
Can't do without it.
Irreplaceable.
We'd be
Yeah.
effed without.
Yeah. You can say fuck.
Well
it's
said.
okay. Yeah.
They're and you
They're
know,
unbelievable.
and then last weekend
I love Cat.
they're
I love Rut.
doing the pizza and the beer thing.
Yeah.
They're doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that special?
Yeah, I
So
know. They're-
I
they're-
mean, those guys are.
We're happy to have
you
them. We're
can't-
glad
you-
we have
you-
them in our family.
You can't replace those
No.
guys.
Yeah.
They're
No.
awesome. And the other thing,
Don't make men like that
I
anymore.
talk to Cat all the time.
Yeah.
Call me through the week, and he is so into it.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
yeah.
loves it.
Well, you should see him on the bench.
Yeah.
I love it. Hit him! Yeah, he gets right in
There's
there.
something about Rut that I just noticed this the last game. I don't know whether he does this all the time.
You're right.
But after the second period, you know all the stuff he has in the dressing room. He had the
Yeah.
licorice, the
Yeah.
chips,
Yeah.
and all that.
Yeah.
He's walking up and down the mezzanine after the second period, giving these kids chips.
Oh, yeah.
Like he's taking those bowls
Grapes.
around. Yeah.
Yep.
Waddy,
All the kids
What
just
do
love
you
it.
want, Crawford?
Yeah.
He's always done that.
Yeah. Yeah. That
Yeah.
that man is a special human.
Like, and some of the rinks that we've played.
Lou was right. He
He's-
should
he's
be in
mopping-
the Hockey Hall of Fame.
We're starting that up.
Yeah, we
It's
gotta
He's
get
gonna-
him
mopping the dressing rooms and visiting rinks.
I already
And the
made
one guy
an
said,
email.
"Does this guy work here or what?"
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
he's a
No,
guy
he's-
that
he's
needs
a
to be in the
professional.
Belleville Hockey
He
Hall of
is,
Fame.
isn't he?
I would say he's a pro. He's not a good lad. He's a professional
Yeah.
at what he does. He's a pro.
Yeah.
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 And
Yeah.
he's old school.
Those kids, they are kids on a team. They're lucky to have him,
Oh, yeah.
and they know it.
yeah.
Not every team has this.
No.
No. And he's been around.
Yeah.
We're
have
not
a-
even going
we
to
have
talk
a-
about the bus trip back from.
What do you want to come up swinging?
No, yeah. We'll save that for another day.
Yeah.
We gotta have him on.
They
We
shit
gotta
out
get
of
We
the
gotta
him.
have
rest.
him and
We-
Cat on.
we're
That's
gonna have
right.
him and
Yes,
Cat
we
on,
do.
You
Yeah.
guys gotta have him and
Yeah,
Cat
we're
on.
going
Yes,
to.
we
That
do.
would be great.
We talked
That
to them,
would be
and
great.
we're
Yeah.
gonna do it. Yeah.
Because
Yeah, but
they are,
Yeah.
because they go way back. Like, never mind the hockey and stuff. Like Cat and Rut worked together in the ambulance.
Paramedics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's
Yeah,
the
but Jenny's father.
here's something
So,
funny.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something funny because we've talked to both of them. Like Rut doesn't know what a fucking podcast is, right? He doesn't even know how to get it on his phone or whatever. So he has no idea, but he's gonna do it.
Who, Rut?
And yeah, so I've already
Yeah.
got something cool. I already got something made up for him. It's pretty cool. So when they do come here, I got a picture of. So when Mark was at the game when we were in Cornwall,
In Cornwall, yeah.
I got a picture of him and Mark talking in the hallway that was pretty cool, and I got it
Oh,
blown
good,
up and
yeah.
I got it in a frame already, right?
Great.
I'm trying to get it signed. I gotta figure that out. Like whenever we get close.
What, you
but we're not.
want to get Mark to sign it?
Yeah.
To Rut.
Oh, that's
No, I
pretty
know. I
awesome.
just got to.
That's
I want to
awesome.
get it done before we get him on the podcast, so I can
Okay.
get like. There's no fear of him hearing this.
No, 'cause
so
he
No.
won't-
he won't
Yeah,
listen.
yeah, yeah.
So I want to get. I have it
Unless
already.
Tina does.
I just want to get it somehow.
She's awesome.
Yes,
Whenever
she
we get him
is.
on here, I want to get it signed before I give it to him when they come in.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
No,
Yeah.
no, it would be. And you know what? The guy is
Oh, he's awesome.
he pro.
Even though he wanted to
Professional-
punch me.
Yeah, but no, he's a pro first and foremost.
Oh yeah.
That guy, people don't understand that. Like, never mind the Belleville Bulls,
Mhm.
the Bobcats. He was the Iroquois. He was
Yeah.
like, hey, Mike, like
Yeah.
you know, like.
Well,
He's
I
the
really.
best I ever
His
seen.
dad worked with when I played junior hockey in Bell. His dad worked with our team,
Yeah. Well.
and Rut was just a
Yeah.
kid,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he was always around.
Well,
Yeah.
that when I said that, what do you want, Crawford? That's from
What
Louis
Louis
told us
said
a story that when he
when
was
he
trying
took
to,
him in a
they
dressing
used to
room.
break into the
On the side
memorial,
door.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
side door.
Oh,
Yeah.
and he wanted to go in and get some candy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he gave him the candy, and then he's like, he come back the next week, and he goes, "No, that was a
Once in a
one-shot
life.
deal."
Yeah.
But yeah, I know we're gonna get Cat and Red on here. 'cause
No, you have. You
they're
have.
a
That'd be a
huge,
great
they're a
podcast,
huge
yeah.
part of the team, right? And
Oh,
between the
they're-
two of them, they're gonna tell us some pretty funny
Very
stuff.
Oh,
true.
I,
Do you know what?
Yeah.
What you just said, they're huge beyond huge.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. They're more than
Believe
just the
me.
game and the more.
So many unsung heroes around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? From the first day, basically when I got everybody together on our deck at my house, there was Louie, Tommy, Rut, Cat, I think Wardy, me, doesn't matter. But it was like we're on my deck.
Yeah.
putting the hockey team together.
Yeah.
And Rut
pipe
said,
dream.
and you know what? And Rut said to me, he goes, John, after we got into it last year, he goes, fuck, I didn't know.
Yeah.
Didn't look good.
Yeah.
Because he's seen lots of teams, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
And he was being honest, right? He was
Yeah.
being honest.
Yeah.
Well, when
Like,
it started,
it just didn't sound good.
when I
Yeah.
put things into perspective a little bit is when I have a conversation when we had Mitch on the podcast, right? And he started talking about longevity of stuff, right?
Yeah.
And he has plans and
Yeah.
like the guy is smart as a whip, man.
Yeah.
And anyway, he's organized and he talks about things and I can kind of see it coming into like happening because when I think about back to this is like like I say, infancy of this Tweed Oil Kings team
Second
at
year.
this point, second year. And when I think about when you went to a game when it first started, and when we go to prepare for a game now,
completely
the
different.
atmosphere
Yeah.
of the rooms, the talk that we have before the games,
Very true. Yeah.
we're in the groove. Like it's coming together, and then when the fans start piling in, it's awesome. And then we're on the road too. It's always we're going away. We're not thinking about, are we going to survive? We're thinking about,
No,
okay,
we're gonna
what
win.
are we going to take to this game, and how are we going to win?
How are we going to win this game?
Yeah. And that's where we are now. In just like
And no bullshit on the bench.
In
is
our
the
second
greatest thing.
season.
No fight, no turmoil, no.
no,
We're all in this pulling
No.
on the same rope. We're going into
Yeah.
a brawl, and we know it's 12 rounds to win this thing.
yeah.
And
So
if
when I
you-
think about the head being that process of him thinking that way, like, because whatever, you do your same normal shit. Every day you get up, you do your thing, you do whatever. But when you do think about it, like down the road, if this train keeps rolling, and you know trains,
Yep.
if this thing keeps going, where the fuck are we gonna be in 5 years?
Yeah.
No, it's true.
Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
The way it's going.
No,
We need a new rink if this is the way it's going to keep going.
Course,
and not to be.
it could be crazy.
Yes, and not to. I wouldn't mind piping in on that. We just not that it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
But the municipality that I grew up in, we need a new barn.
Yeah.
Not.
Yeah.
I'm not just talking about a hockey rink. I'm talking about
No.
a community center.
Yeah.
And
You're right.
and I think everyone knows that.
Yeah.
I just have to kind of put that in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, I
And
think,
that
I
could
think-
be
I
a
think we-
reality. Who the hell knows, man?
No,
Yeah.
it needs to be.
We're talking future here.
Yeah, we're
Keep
talking,
us young people in Tweed. We
Yeah.
need this,
and
Johnny.
we're talking about little kids and
Yeah.
stuff like that. And
Yeah.
we're not talking about
Yeah.
John Desjardins or
No, we're talking
or
about the future
Brad
of what we're
Brooks
about
or-
to leave
Yep.
behind.
We're talking about what we're going to leave behind,
Yep.
and we're not going to chintz out
No.
on bullshit.
And I've already had this conversation because there's guys like you, there's guys like Waddy, and I'm passionate about this town, and I put forth the effort that I need to
That's
put
right.
forth
Proud
for what
to
I
be
need
from
to
Tweed.
do. And if I got to go out and help raise money to build a goddamn rink, I'm in.
We've
okay?
proven we can
Let's
do
start
that
the
with Aaron
van and let's
Palmateer
go.
Pool with,
Yeah.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. No,
we've
for
So
sure.
proven
if that's
And-
something that we need moving forward,
and-
then we'll do it.
And then if
Yep,
you get,
we will.
And then I want to say one more thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
If you want to waste money, you don't have to go too far. You can go to the provincial government, the federal government.
Yeah.
So there's all kinds of money.
Yeah.
We just got to funnel it our way.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, you're right.
Yep.
Yes,
And
you're
I'm
right.
all for the arts and stuff.
If the
No,
municipality
no.
of
Sure.
Tweed gets to that point,
So am I.
if
Sure.
they send people out, that Wellington rink,
Well, it's
Isn't
it's a
that
multi-
fantastic.
There's a track
It's
around
fantastic.
The, you know,
not even that. Like Smith Falls is
Yeah.
Awesome.
yeah.
a beautiful
Isn't it?
establishment. That rink
Yeah.
is awesome. Like,
Yep. And I'm all for the arts, and I'm all for, even though I'm not the type of guy that's probably going to go watch a play or something like that, but I
Right.
support those people in the craft and the effort.
Absolutely.
But
Yeah.
let's not forget what this community was raised on, was built on,
Oh, the
and
game
what
of
we
hockey.
are. I
Game
know
of
who
hockey.
we are.
You can't-
80% of us, Johnny, cut our teeth in that barn.
Yeah.
Yep.
Made our friends in that barn.
Yeah.
That's right.
We gather at that barn.
I raised my kids in that.
Exactly. We've got that. Like I'm all for other things and other opportunities for my
Yeah.
kids, but let's not
You need a
forget what our bread and butter is.
You need a new community center is what we need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's just the small and the short of it. And you
Yeah.
have to stand up. You do have to stand up and say, nope, we're not going to chintz out. We're going to stand up and say, this
Yeah.
is what we're going to build.
Yep.
And we're going to stand by it, and people will come.
If you build it.
You got 638 kilometers of
Take it
roads.
easy, Kevin Costner.
No, I'm not being an asshole. I'm not
No,
just-
I'm.
Yeah, I agree
You
with
got
I'm
you.
just
John.
638
making fun of it
kilometers of
'cause it's
roads,
funny.
and you got 7,500
Do
people that live in the municipality.
Yeah.
Now with the amalgamation,
Yeah, make it happen.
the village needs a new. The
There's
municipality
no
needs
reason.
a new community center, and it's not like it's.
We
Look,
like.
If you want to do it, you can do it. If
Yeah.
you don't want to do it, you won't do it.
You're
No.
right, Johnny.
It's as
And
simple
we've
as that.
always
Yeah.
proven as a town we
Yep.
like being around
gonna
each other.
take-
That
Yeah.
hotel would be jam packed
Yeah.
with our bodies on Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays. We like getting out. We like being around each other. We like acting the local village idiot, and we need somewhere to damn do it.
Yeah, and you don't want to leave your kids in the lurch.
No.
That's right.
Everyone has kids. That's what you have to do, and that's where I get it from my old man.
Yeah.
You have to. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't change it. We that rink's tired. Great rink, love it. I hope
character. You're right.
I hope if they ever build a new rink, I hope they build it
In that general vicinity.
Right.
No, but in that same idea where the fans are on both sides.
Yeah.
Not on one
I
fucking
hate
side.
that
Yeah, me
one
too.
side thing.
You're surrounded in Tweed.
No, but I'm just saying
No.
you can.
It
you
gives
can-
that feeling,
you
right?
That's
can
way
do it.
better.
Like, we can do it.
We can, Johnny.
you don't
That's the
have-
attitude we need.
You don't have to.
Yeah.
You know,
Don
do the-
DeShanova, you hear us?
Yeah, you don't have to do the status quo.
We're
You
calling
just
for you,
don't.
Don.
We can do it.
You're next.
Yeah. You're our next
Yep,
great
you're
white.
coming. We'd
You know
like
what?
you to be our next whale and get you on
Jesus
here and
Christ.
let's talk about.
Let's do it, Brooksy.
Yep.
You're our next.
We just put him in our
white whale.
crosshairs.
Listen, buddy, we knock them
gotta
down
keep- you
and we
gotta-
snag them up.
And you
You're
gotta
our next
remember,
white whale.
You got to remember, community center, not a hockey rink.
That's
No,
right.
like everything
That's
in there.
right.
Yeah.
Wellness
Everything in
center,
there.
spot for the elderly to come out and walk and
Sure.
track.
Absolutely.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Go swimming.
That's right, Johnny.
Okay, before we wrap this up, we're saying it right now.
Don DeShanova,
He's our next big fish. We're getting him on here.
you're our next white whale.
We're coming after you. It only took us, 8-9 episodes to get
And all
the
you-
Mitchie Gagne.
Yeah, so-
And all you
Don,
Oil
you're-
King fans, will have an announcement in the morning.
in the morning.
Yeah.
Stay tuned.
All right,
Yeah,
we're
sleep
gonna
on that.
we're
What a
gonna
great
that.
pod.
Awesome, boys.
we're gonna wrap this bad boy up, and it was a great podcast. I think we got a little off track, but we told you some shit about Tommy that you should really know.
He couldn't defend himself.
Yeah.
That's one of my
He can't
favorite
defend
parts of the
himself.
night.
And the best part about it is he's gonna have to come on here at some point to defend himself. So
Yeah, we might have to bring
I just
Michelle in.
solidifying that we're gonna.
Well, we're
we're gonna get him back on here.
In.
Oh, the sponsor.
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Yes,
You gotta have
yes.
him on.
We do.
Well, you know what?
Bruce has got the beef.
We talked about this. We're getting T-shirts made. Bruce has
Bruce
got the beef. But here's what we have planned. We are going to do a podcast where we reach out to a few of them that are, and we're gonna call you guys. And me and Brooksy have talked about this, and we're gonna,
You want me to break it down?
shoot.
So, our next podcast, if you're an Oil King fan and we've seen you in the barn,
be ready.
be prepared. Because we might phone you out of the blue live
Oh,
and
right
put
on.
you on the air.
Yeah.
And you tell us what you like, you tell us what you don't like.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can fix. We're here to solve all problems or talk about all things Oil Kings.
You're coming
so
on.
Richard Rajat, Richard
Richard,
Derry.
you be ready.
If I see you there more than 2 or 3 times,
You're coming
there's a
on.
chance. So be ready next Tuesday night. Tell your wife you can't be mauling and sweating and petting, and you got to be sober
you gotta
because
be
we
ready
could
to
put
rock.
you on the spot.
Yeah. And Raji,
Awesome. I think that is an awesome idea.
That's our plan. We talked about it and we're doing it.
Yeah, we got so many
could
great
basically-
supporters.
We could basically do whatever we want here because I
Yeah.
run this out of my fucking house. We're in my den.
So sweating and patting is out for next
It's out.
Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Forget about next Tuesday.
Yeah, there'll be none of that.
Yeah.
Not till after the pod.
Oh, here we go. Technical difficulties.
Boogly boogly.
What is going on?
Are we
Hey,
done?
we
We're
made it
done?
this far. Well, he's
Okay,
got to
just
play the
about-
Oh, we
music.
got to play it out. Hang on. Just
Say
there
it,
it is.
Play the fucking song. I'm trying to listen to the songs.
So there it is, folks. Thanks a lot, Johnny D, Mikey Watt.
Thanks,
Brooksie,
boys.
Everybody in the Kings Nation, we will see you. Well, we won't see you, but you'll see me,
22nd.
and you'll hear me talking.
That's right.
Because we're going to be at Gananoque on Saturday, January the 14th at 5:15.
Clear your calendars the
Again.
22nd.
Live stream will be rocking and rolling, and I will be there broadcasting the game. We'll see you then. We out.
Thanks, Johnny Mike.
Thanks, boys.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
That